Hello, hello, hello. Ah, shit. Do. This is old. Ah, shit. Boop, 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 boop. Doot. Okay, that should be okay. Let's see. Go live. Hey, I'm talking in my mic. Can I hear myself? Doot. Okay, that's good. Shit. I forgot the right stream. Doot. When I talk. Let me know if you can hear me when I talk. When I talk, let me know if you can hear me when I talk. You should be able to hear clicking, because that's my mechanical keyboard. Alright, I set up a new mouse. If you're watching this on YouTube, like in an archive, I'm going to take about 5 minutes before I actually get started, but we should be good to go, I think-ish. And the chat room's up on giantbomb.com/chat, and let me tweet out some stuff real quick, and I will be right back, and hopefully I don't have any echoes or anything like that, but we'll find out soon enough. Alright, I'll be right back. Alright, it's about 12:55. I said it started at 1, so I'm probably going to give it about 5 more minutes. I think I need to actually get onto another character real quick, and so I don't blaze through this stuff all chainsaw-like. Let me do that real quick. Water. That's good. Let's see where I'm going now. 5 more minutes. I can probably at least get to the dungeon that I want to try. Let's see here. $60, good lord. You know, this is a monitor capture, so if I wanted to play some music in the background, I probably could. I have no idea how that works, but I'll probably stick it with the actual WoW sounds for now. I'm gonna go do an auctioneer scan real quick and take a look at some stuff while I wait for the 1 o'clock timer to click over. Yeah, I'm gonna be in the giantbomb.com/chatroom/chat. Chat room, so if you have any questions or anything, feel free to ask me stuff there. Not just about WoW, anything else, feel free. I'll be in there for hopefully the next couple hours. I'm going to try and get through 2 of these big raids and 1 of the smaller raids. I don't know if I'll get to Dragon Soul. I haven't taken any notes on that stuff yet. But we shall see, I suppose. My ping is awfully high. Am I on a VPN or something? I might be on a VPN. Right now. Boop, 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 boop. I am not going back to Northern Virginia for the holidays. I'm sticking right here, going to Vegas to see my mom and my sister for a few days. That's about it, I think. Let me go ahead and pop this real quick into the auction house and see if I can do a quick scan. See what's up. Has that one bit of Stormwind been rebuilt yet? I believe it was done this expansion? Let's go ahead and say. Is WoW still pay to play? I have not paid for WoW in about 6 months, thanks to something called the WoW token. I will show you that in a second. VPN. Alright, sorry about that. Just had to turn off my VPN. It does add a bunch of ping for me on this kind of stuff, and I can feel it. I just feel it sometimes. So no, WoW is now free to play if you want to. You can earn WoW tokens for a month of game time, and the buyout now is about 60 grand. So if you earn 60 grand in gold a month, which is not terribly hard, if you really put your back into it, you can get a month of game time. I bought about 6 of these a few months ago, right before Legion came out, and that was a lot cheaper then. They're about 34k. I spent all my gold on it, and now I have, you know, all that free time. I'm paid up till March, I think, at this point. So, this is a monk character, and we're gonna do some Cataclysm raids real quick, and a couple of the middle Cataclysm raids. I believe I did the Blackwing Descent on the last stream I did, which was a few months ago, honestly. I don't know if I've ever even been to Baradin Hold. Baradin Hold is one of those PvP raid things. Let's go see if we can get in there. I think it's in Tol Barad, right? I've never actually done this one, I don't think so. But in any case, you can definitely earn enough gold in a month to buy another month of game time. I'm sure a lot of people do, but now it is getting a little pricier. It's a lot pricier in Asia and Europe, as far as I can tell, when I've looked at the prices over there. So in America, you're doing not quite as much not quite as much gold you got to earn to get to that. So here we go. Let's pop it over to see what the heck is going on in Tolbarad. I have not been in Tolbarad forever, and I think Baradin Hold is at the bottom of Farson Hold, if I want to recall correct. There it is, Baradin Hold. Okay, so I have to go south. It looks like we own it, so I can pop right in there. I'm gonna set all this stuff up to 25 player heroic, which is as difficult as these raids get in Cataclysm, I want to say. I went the wrong way. Now this character right here is a level 100. I haven't gotten my monk up at all through the Legion content. I did get the artifact weapon for this character, but I haven't really done much with it yet. I've been mostly focusing on, like, oh fuck, oh god, Jesus Christ, playing really well today. I have mostly been focusing on my paladin, which we'll pop to as well in a bit. But for the purpose of these raids, I kind of wanted to go through with a lower level character to see if it's a little easier to not kill every boss in one hit, like I've been doing on my paladin when I've been preparing for this stuff. So hey, again, I'm in giantbomb.com/chat. I'm not looking at my YouTube chat. I don't even know if it's on. But you can find me in there. It's free to everybody. Feel free to ask me a question in there if you like about Giant Bomb or WoW or anything else. We should be doing this, I think, probably about for 3 hours. If I can, maybe I'll do a mythic or something at the end of this in Legion. But I have 2 or 3 raids. I think I'm going to try and get through. We'll start with Baradin, and then I think after that we'll do Bastion, Throne, and Firelands, which will last as long as I want them to last, because I can just blast through most of that stuff. But again, this character is a little weaker than my paladin. I have to go into the raid in the next 9 minutes, because I think a new battle's about to start. Somebody says in chat, so I think I should be okay. Hopefully I won't get kicked out. Do I need some? Oh, crap. Oh.
Good day to you.
Good day to you.
See
Let's skip all this stuff. Where do I actually go to get to the raid? Down here? Can't believe I'm not going to stream solo Spine of Deathwing. I will do that at some point. I did not actually have time to take notes on... Where's the fucking entrance to this thing? Is it up there? I always forget. I've only done this once, I think. I think there's a goddamn door somewhere. I've done Deathwing a few times, but he is not uncomplicated. It's not even about damage at some point. It's just about figuring out the mechanics of that fight. And I have not had time to go through and take notes on everything else before that. So I think I'll probably hold off on that till somebody's going to tell me where this thing is, because I don't know. I'm to the left. Somebody says to the left. Hopefully that means to the left of the whole thing. Is it up or down? I thought it was down. There it is. Here we go. Okay. So the PvP zones have, these little spires that you can take over for your team, and they also have these little mini raids at the middle of them. A lot of the other expansions have had these too. You can only get into the raid if you have your faction controls the zone that the raid is in, the PvP zone. And I'm on a pretty alliance heavy server, so most of the time these are going to be alliance controlled, so I can just wander over here. And that was a quick load. There was not a load screen. Heroic difficulty is not available. Fine. Somebody's saying free to play recently. Are we talking about Star Wars? Because I tried to play a little Star Wars: The Old Republic stuff free to play, and that's a really shitty free to play system. Like, I don't think you get sprint for a long time if you're free to play. You don't get like vehicles, I want to say. It was really rough when I went back to it. You can you can subscribe once and you get kind of subscriber benefits, but that free to play and in Star Wars: The Old Republic is not my favorite thing in the world. Oh, Guild Wars 2. Okay, yeah. That makes sense. I haven't tried that in a long time. I think I had some kind of weird password problem. Yeah, these guys are going to die pretty quick, which is good. But hopefully the bosses will be a little bit more tougher to kill. So again, this is a really simple raid. It's barely a raid at all. You just kind of walk in, and there are 3 bosses and some trash. There's no real special stuff at all in this raid. So we'll start off. We'll get started. We'll get my limbs a moving. I have not done this in a long time, and I'm actually not even sure what these boss strats are or what they're for. These are always pretty low level raids. They're not going to be on the difficulty level of anything else that we face today. So let's take a look. Argaloth. He's got so many abilities. Holy shit. Wow. He's got some damage and then some dots. Alright, as far as I know, I never did these at the time that they were actually live, but I recall these always being pretty easy for anybody who wanted to try them out, so I'm just going to hit some people for a little bit. Okay, good. It's not going to be a cakewalk, at least. I have not used this monk very much since Legion came out, so I'm still not super up on all my new abilities, but mostly it's not going to be too much of an issue, hopefully, because most things are not going to be able to hurt me at all, thanks to the modified damage that they've been. After the expansion goes up, they usually, after a raid is in rotation for a while, they'll start lowering the damage that raid bosses do and increasing the damage you do to them, and also increasing your health and stuff like that. So they want people to see the content, and after a few expansions have passed, this stuff is pretty trivial. Obviously. Disciple of Hate. Great. For the most part, this stuff is not too different from what I remember pre-Legion. The main thing that the monk changed is they have more brews. They have Iron Skin Brew, Purifying Brew. You get more Stagger, which the monk is a weird tank, where a lot of the damage that you take is not immediately taken off of your health. It's converted into a damage over time.
I hate this place. My captors may be long dead.
I skipped the
but
last
don't
boss.
think I won't take it all out on you, miserable treasure hunters.
I'll go do the other one first. So the monk is basically kind of a weird little thing that will they'll take some of the damage that is received by them and turn it into a damage over time, and you can either clear that off or increase the amount of damage that gets converted to stagger. It's a neat mechanic, but it requires. It seemed like Legion was going to require a lot more micromanagement of that kind of stuff. I played monk most of the way through Warlords and Pandaria, and I really like the class a lot, but I haven't really tried a huge amount because the dungeons in Legion are pretty tough. Maybe we'll get into some Mythic later on, but we'll see. I felt like my Paladin was just kind of... it felt like my Paladin was a lot easier to use compared to some of the other tank classes that I've tried. I still really haven't looked at my talents lately either, so I probably have to try that out too. What raid boss do you like the least? Nathan asks. It has to be the first boss of Blackwing Lair for me. Still hard to Halus. Solo at level 100. It is. I think I did cover that one time in a one of these things, and I had a friend there helping me. It's not hard at all for a monk to do because you can just set down a Black Ox statue and let them attack that. But for everybody else, it is still pretty annoying to get through. Definitely frustrating to solo. Deathwing Spine is still pretty tough to get through sometimes. I do wind up being inattentive and flying off. Let me turn off the music here. Apart from that, I think the first boss of... what am I thinking of here? The first boss of Siege of Orgrimmar, Mercius, is pretty annoying too. He needs to be... it's just a huge amount of range you have to cover to kill the little stuff that heals him back, and as a solo player it can be pretty tough because it can't be taunted or anything like that. Okay. Razorgore is the name of the person we're thinking of. Boop, 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 boop.
I hate adventurers.
Oh, I hate adventurers. I'm trying to figure out what my rotation is here. So I have this.
Hatred burns.
This is another... No? Same. Okay, there are two different brews that have the same number of charges. Oh shit, good lord. I'm almost dying here. Ow. I didn't see this coming at all. I've been skewered. Better kill her, I guess. Jeez Louise. Don't hit me. Pardon my French. Let's go ahead and... I should be using the other healing brew here instead of my increased stagger brew, I think. That didn't seem to do anything at all. I hate armor! My hatred burns! Ow. Stop it. So I'm getting a very small amount of healing from that. Oh my gosh, she's gonna kill me! What am I doing wrong? Run away! She must have some kind of increased damage ability here. Let's see. Oh man, this is gonna be embarrassing if I die at this. I haven't looked at this fight at all though, which is my excuse. There we go. Woo!
One of you.
What the heck was that? Let me take a look at her abilities here. I was not prepared. Skewer. So increases damage taken by 150%. That makes sense. 105,000 total fire damage. That's a lot. Blade dancing. Okay, well, I survived, but not by much. I apologize for that. So, that's Baradin Hold. Again, a pretty quick one. A lot of her abilities would have been probably, you know, splitting tanks, and it looks like one of them split damage amongst all people nearby, which sometimes these solo mechanics do not always work out in your favor. Why are these guys all dead? I'm not sure. Again, I've never been here before, so... Or only once, I want to say. SOO. What is SOO? I don't know. Somebody is in my chat room saying SOO wasn't soloable, but I don't know. Maybe we'll find out. There are a few fights. Horde is attacking. That's not good. Storm Shield? I guess that's good enough. This is from my home DSL, so I have no idea what the quality is going to be. I have not tried to... I can't even get out from... Oh, wait, shit. I can get through Stormwind. Or is it... Yeah, it's contested, so I can't get a Stormwind from here. Siege of Orgrimmar. I did solo Siege of Orgrimmar. It is pretty tough to do. I went through, I think, at a level 100. And I did manage to get through all the way through without having anybody help me. But the first fight's really tough. The second fight with the 3 panda ghosts is pretty annoying, too. But all the way through, it was not as easy as you'd think it was. But I did manage to solo it. And maybe with... maybe later on, we'll get to that point. I'm going to get through Cataclysm in the next couple streams, and after that, of course, is Miss. And Miss has a fair amount of raids, if I recall correctly. Or the same amount, I suppose. Some of these are pretty small. I think Terrace is only a few bosses. And some of them are going to be pretty big. Siege of Orgrimmar is definitely one of the longest ones in the game. There are just so many. It's right up there with Old War. It's just a long, long time to get through. Maybe Old War is a little bit longer because you're running around so much, but Siege is definitely tough. I wouldn't say I can solo any pre-Legion content. I'm pretty... My Paladin tank is pretty powerful. I mean, it's not raid powerful. It's like 862 eye level, and I don't... Warlord stuff is probably still going to be pretty tough to get through for me. But maybe we'll try it sometime. Hey, who knows? Warlords, raids, Heimall. I never did Hellfire, I don't think. I did most of Heimall. I think I did all of Heimall. I'm not sure if I did this stuff, but we will have to see. 10 levels down is you are pretty powerful at the end of Legion, but definitely are. But let's see. If you're going to ask me questions in chat, make sure you @reply me so I see them. I will try to take a look at everything. Where's the Stormwind? There it is. Okay. Okay, we're going to flip over to our first raid here. First real raid, I should say. It's going to be... Where the heck? Idiot. which one I'm thinking of. It is going to be the one up in Bastion of Twilight, which is up in the Highlands. Twilight Highlands. Let me take the warp over there real quick. I'm going to try this on 25 Heroic with this character. I don't know if I'm actually going to be able to get through it. It's a piece of cake for my Paladin. And it should be doable. Should be doable. But we'll see. There's an extra boss only in 25-man Heroic at the end of the raid, so we do want to make sure everybody sees that. If we can. And hopefully being on the monk will make it a little bit easier to get through some of this stuff. Or make it easier to show the bosses without killing them all right away. In one hit, like the Paladin sometimes does. We are going to Twilight Highlands, and we're going to fly it from there. Boop, boop, badoop, shmoop, doops. There it is, way up in the distance. Let me see if I'm on texture resolution low. I remember having some problems with this video card. I'm going to turn everything up on high at 1080p. It should be decent. Running at 1440p, or I might have been at 4K. I'm not sure. Running with high res textures, they're not that huge of a difference between high and low. But I definitely noticed some frame chop here and there in 1440p, or maybe it was running at 4K. I'm not sure. This is a windowed full screen game the way I run it. So when I do run it and I flip my monitor 4K and forget about it, it'll start WoW up at 4K, which might have been the problem. But I'll turn everything up for everybody's viewing pleasure. Again, in Legion, they did add some bigger view distance stuff, so you can see pretty far now. Bing, dong, dong. So Twilight Hold is run by Cho'gall, who has been around forever in these games. He's a two-headed ogre mage dude. I actually forget his whole. So we're running the Twilight's Hammer clan, obsessed with the old gods and Deathwing, etc., etc. And he runs this whole place, and he pops up a bunch while you're playing. What's on the tiny floating island? Which I'm not sure what tiny floating island you're referring to. If you're talking about this one, that's where we're going. There are a bunch of floating islands around. They're just, sometimes there's Easter eggs on them, and sometimes they're just like blank. A lot of them are just blank. They don't really have much in there. Anyways, Twilight Hold, 25-man Heroic. We're going to try, I think I got that right. Hold of Twilight? The Bastion of Twilight. Anyways, there are a few boss encounters in here. 25 Heroic, they're a pretty big mob packs as well. I guess there's something down there too. It's a big cloth just kind of flopping around in the breeze. Let's see how this goes. I'm actually not sure how this monk is going to hold up, but I think it'll be fine. It looks like it'll be fine. I'm not taking any damage, that's for sure. Soul Blade! But yes, this is a lot slower than my Paladin would be. That's at least as good, so you can at least see some of these guys. I didn't really take too many notes about the mobs here, or the trash. So I'm probably just going to try to kill as much of it as I can without doing too much explanation. I have no idea. I didn't do this at the time it actually came out, so I'm honestly not sure if it was actually... I'm sure it was difficult, but I'm not sure how these mechanics all work, unfortunately. Except for the fact that I'm going to kill them. This is my Keg Smash. It does a lot of damage to everybody and reduces moving speed. It has a long cooldown, but it reduces the cooldown on your other brews as well. And the other thing I'm doing for the most part is Breath of Fire. It's a big AoE right in front of you, and if the enemies are affected by Keg Smash, they take extra damage. So this has been the rotation since Pandaria for the most part. So you do those kind of things to get a huge amount of aggro right at the beginning of the fight, and then you can kind of also do this twirly spin move. Twirly spin move is what I'll call it. Let's see what that Soul Blade is. Got a lot of crap in here so far. I should have sold some of this. Where are you, Soul Blade? That's neat. It's okay. What did I preview? Oh, hands. Okay. I wonder. A lot of bad guys. A lot of mobs. Let me pick open my notes real quick, and I will explain some of these bosses before I ruthlessly murder them. This one is the first one here. Where is the dude? It is Halus Wormbreaker. Let me pop open my notes real quick. This is obviously not the kind of thing. It's an Etten. You don't see too many Ettens in Mist as far as an hour Cataclysm. I could be really wrong. So he has enslaved a Behemoth proto-dragon to aid him in hunting down his winged prey. You have to fight both these guys at the same time, but I don't think the proto-Behemoth is really targetable, if I recall correctly. He's just kind of up in the air, so you're mostly focusing on Halus. He also has these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 dragons he's enslaved behind him. Let me pop open my notes real quick, and I will explain what these guys kind of did. Basically, the theme here is that Halus has like a large amount of health for this kind of level of raid. In order to take him down, you have to free these little other dudes from the background, and once they die, they'll give him a debuff that let you do like double damage and triple damage. So you have to release. I think on normal it would be 3 of these guys. I think on heroic you have to do all 5 if you were at actually playing this at the level it was meant to be done. For the most part, if you're going through a level 100, you can just rock on this guy and not worry too much about it. Let's see now. Let me pop open my notes. Docs. It's going to be a little complicated since I'm going to have to cover up the chat for a second. Pardon me, 1 second. So he has, every time you kill a Drake, you'll have to unleash a Drake, and then he will turn on you. I'll show you right quick. I'll show you right now. So every time you talk to a guy, you have to, I guess, aggro this guy first, but let's see.
We'll have your head, all of them.
We'll attack that. So you go over here to these. Ow! Stop it. Free dragon. Yay! Help me! Help me! Help me! Nope. You're not gonna help. He is going to binds the slate dragon to his will. So now they're attacking you too. And normally, I think in the past, you'd you'd free one dragon, kill it, give the debuff to Halus, and then go on to the next dragon and do that too. And you're on a kind of a race against time because over time, after a certain amount of time, he will enrage, which is bad. You do not want him to enrage because that is basically a wipe. I'm at 88% health. That's no good. Okay. He's got all these dragons up, and now I'm going to try and kill. So I'll try and kill one of them, just so I can see what it actually debuff actually gives to Halus. Let's see here. So that's him down, and now he has a Dragon's Vengeance damage. All damage increased by 100%. So you have to give him as many of those as possible. It looks like he also has some debuffs from when he freed the dragons as well. So that's basically the fight. You have to kill these other dragons real quick, and then as you do that, he'll get increasing stacks of this Dragon's Vengeance thing. So you have to kind of balance yourself between the damage you take from the extra adds, and also this guy up here is just fucking around with you too. He's just going ahead and Fireball Barrage. Cool. That's good. Let me run away. This is probably a little more chaotic than it would have been back in the day, but it's still. And now I'm just going to burn him. Keep on hitting that button. I don't need to. Ow. Ow. Boop. A lot of blues, a lot of purples. Shit, I might run out of space here if I keep on going. That's Halus, the Windbreaker. Let me get back to my shit right here real quick. Ooh. Wow. Something went... Let me see. This is actually streaming at an okay, decent... Does this look okay to you guys? Hopefully it does. I mean, like I said, this is a DSL stream, so I'm not exactly sure how it's actually looking in real life, but hopefully it's not doing too bad. The UI is, just I forget the name for it. Arc inventory? No. Bartender, that's what it is. And I just kind of move stuff around as I need to. Never has looked pretty.
Destined for immortality.
And here's Cho'gall now. This is, I forget the exact part of this whole thing, but you're on kind of a timer as well because he will continually send... Oh, I didn't move fast enough. Or I didn't move too fast. Because I have had this room in the past where he has just basically sent endless waves of stuff at me. Never ending. And it was kind of bugged out, but it looks like I slowed down enough to prevent that from happening. 1.5 seconds is the global cooldown in World of Warcraft. And haste will make that faster if you have enough of that. I don't really have a huge amount of anything at this point, at least compared to the high-end Legion stuff. I found some leech for my Paladin, which is really nice. Reminds me of the old days of, whoa, that sucks. Oh, shit. Ah, crap. I remember being borked by this before. So, yes. Bad people doing bad things. Oh, crap. Oh, you gotta be shitting me.
Put them in their place.
As the master commands, Thoralion! Kill them!
The master was clearly speaking to you, Baradin.
Yeah, global cooldowns, somebody's talking about Final Fantasy 2.5 seconds. Global cooldowns being long is really, really annoying. I think WoW has a pretty good balance of speed and...
You will see why I am mother's favorite child.
Speed, but not feeling too frenetic, I would say. I always thought that Final Fantasy 14 felt really slow to me. Movement speed especially, just like you kind of plot around, and then by the time you get to a... get your Chocobo, that was only like a 20% speed increase. So I got tired with the slowness of 14 quite a bit. Alright, let me pop open over to my notes again. So this is Valonia and Thoralion, the two young. This is all this entire expansion is controlled by Deathwing, so these guys are all bad dragons. I think they're brother and sister. I'm not sure. They're twins at any rate, or twin dragons. They're two dragons in this encounter. They have a shared health point pool, so they will share their HP between each other. So as long as you can kill one, you kill the other. One flies, one is on the ground at all times. You can go and pop them open real quick, and you'll see. So one takes off, a little tougher to hit, and then the other one will be on the ground and doing different stuff. So you have to kind of get in front of her. She has this ability called Devouring Flames, which will deal damage to, but it'll be split between everybody it hits. So you have to kind of get a bunch of people in a group, and then you want to group up for Blackout, and then split up for Twilight Blast, which is what this guy will be attacking every once in a while, which is not fun. So you're gonna have to be kind of grouping up and spreading out while you're still trying to deal a bunch of damage to it. Oh my god, I'm actually getting hurt here. Holy. That doesn't seem fair. Let me actually start trying to hit him then. Jeez, I might have a hard time at the end of this if I'm actually taking this much damage from everybody else too. Just healing elixir. Okay. That's the big one. So they do split off eventually. One will take to the skies, and the other one will come to the ground too. Devouring Flames, that doesn't sound like a good one. Should get out of the way for that. And I guess there's a bunch of these little fuckers who hit me too. Man, that hurts.
There is no escape from the fury of the Twilight flood.
Eep. Have you not switched it? Ah, crap. You know, I didn't actually get this far when I was taking my notes, so I have no idea what this whole Twilight part is. I'm just gonna run around trying to kill stuff. Can I go back? I can. Okay, good. Total preparation. I'm a little flustered because I wasn't expecting to actually take any damage from any of these bosses, but we will see what happens as we go forward, because these guys are already doing a fair amount of damage to me.
Come closer, closer. Let us see. All will be humbled before his power.
The part in the Twilight Zone is heroic only, somebody's saying. I haven't played this monk in a long time. I should probably play some more. I haven't really leveled any of my other characters through anything. Only the paladins so far. I've gotten a few of them the first like artifact weapon, but apart from that, I haven't really done much with the other characters. I kind of just haven't had a huge amount of time to play, and I just haven't really liked all the changes.
Children.
Few have laid eyes on this innocent.
Haven't really had a huge amount of joy with the changes to some of the other tanking classes. It's a fair amount tougher to protect yourself, or keep your cooldowns on active and everything like that. And I don't know, hasn't really stuck with me too much. Paladin is still really fun though.
The chosen realize their destiny.
One with eternity.
And it is
How did I come to use 2FYC as my username? I have no idea. I pretty much pick whatever pops into my head when I make a username nowadays. I don't try to be clever or anything like that. I haven't really made a character in a long time. I made a demon hunter called Giant Bomb, but I haven't really played that much either. Again, that's one of the that's cool. The mechanics of the demon hunter tank is not really something that really appealed to me too much. I'm talking way over Cho'gall, sorry buddy. Unheeded warning. Some of these are bind when equipped, but none of these are really worth anything. Alright, so this next fight is going to be these four little elemental dudes. Let me, again, pop right over to my notes real quick, and I'll be right back. So this is the Twilight Ascendant Council. There are going to be two phases, and then phase 3. Phase 1 is going to be fire and ice. Phase 2 is going to be, wind and earth, I want to say. I think they mostly still have... These guys have health pools that you have to wear down. But the more damage you do to them in phase 1 and 2, they all will come together in phase 3. And you really want that thing to be as low health as possible. So these guys have... the ice guy uses stuff that will cause you to be waterlogged. And then you can be glaciated, which will freeze them. And then... Oh, crap. See? Waterlogged. And then I might be glaciated in a second here. But then you can be exposed to heat, will dry you off. And if you just walk into this guy's little flame stuff, you can get dried off. So
freeze the blood in your veins.
Not mine. Crap. And then the Faludius will do debuffs that will cause you to... Faludius will give you a debuff that will actually cause you to do more damage to Ignatius. And vice versa. So you kind of have to manage your debuffs and everything like that. God dang, these guys are doing a lot of damage to me. All these bosses are. Let's see if I can actually survive this. I might not be able to. Oh, man. This hurts. Chi Torpedo. Man, these guys are really doing a number on me. I'm really surprised. I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die. I've spent too much time explaining. Let me see if I can do this again real quick. This is gonna... If these guys are giving me a tough time, then I might actually have a real tough time on Cho'gall and Sinestra. But maybe less talking, more fighting. We'll see. Yeah, somebody's explaining it in the chat. I had the notes, but yeah, you want to get them all down near 25 before they disappear. So you have to kind of switch targets as you do more damage than one. You want to get them both to around 25% before they disappear. And then when they do disappear, the second two will phase in, and you want to repeat the process with those guys so that the end boss, who hopefully we'll be able to show you here in a second, is actually able to he will respawn with about the average health, and you want that to be as low as possible because he will do a big AOE after a certain amount of time, and that is bad to experience. Gravity Crush. Lava Seed. He's got 4 different kinds of attacks, 1 for each of the elements. I do have a 110, but I'm trying to go through these fights with you know, a character that doesn't like mow everybody down instantly. If I can't get through this, I'll come back with the paladin and just run. I even have a couple of okay puppies, it's okay puppies. That might be the mailman. Sorry. I even have a couple one-on-ones that would be a lot easier to use in this character who've had some gear, but this is kind of just the one I wanted to try out with. And even if I turned off 25 heroic, even I went down to 25 mana, this would be a piece of cake. But unfortunately, it's not. Let's see what happens. Those are my girlfriend's dogs, who I just moved in with. The dogs, not the girlfriend. They're yappy little pups when they hear the doorbell or hear anybody walking around. There's also a dog next door. Monse, who is a pit bull, who's outside most of the day, who barks a lot.
You dare invade our lord's...
Let's see what I can do here. I'm not insolent. You're insolent. Okay. Hopefully this is going to go a little smoother if I just hit and not worry too much about talking too much. Let's see here. So these are the other 2 wind and earth people, and I'm going to try and just split up the damage real quick rather than explain what they do, because that is what caused me so much trouble last time. Shit. Okay.
To have made it this far.
But now, witness true power
Of the elements!
Behold your doom!
Behold my doom! This shouldn't be too hard. So rather than let this guy get his AoE off or whatever else he's going to do, I'm just going to go and kill him because I'm tired of dying. As you can see, he has water powers, he's got some wind powers, he's got some lightning powers and everything like that. But I don't want to feel his powers anymore. I'm just going to go and kill him. He is not taking much damage. Thank you, buddy. Doot, doot, doot. Glittering epidermis. That sounds like a back. I've never liked the cloak designs in this game. Never really been able to. I've never really picked out a cloak for wearing in my transmogrification. They all kind of look samey to me. There aren't any really flashy cloaks, like the kind of stuff that I like. I like this helmet. I like my shoulders, which is mostly what I focus on when I do transmogs. And here is the
Foolish mortals.
Usurpers children!
Nothing you have
open the spear real quick.
Born of a lesser god!
I am trying to speak here.
Words! The master wants murder!
All falls to chaos. All will be destroyed.
Chaos!
Your work here today changes nothing.
Chaos! All things end!
Chaos.
No mortal may see what you have and live. Your end has come.
So Cho'gall has 2 heads. He always has. Right? He might be evolved from some other fucking thing, but you can see these little eyeballs that move around. Typical sign of the old god people infestation. That's almost always what happens when old gods are around. Not always, but a lot of them do have this kind of a eyeball nightmare from Soul Calibur kind of stuff going on. And the 2 heads both have a brain, so they fight a lot. And one of them, I think, is one of them, I guess, is kind of the more magic-y one, and then the other one's more Cho'gall. He's been around forever. Does have a long cooldown on this one. Let me clear this trash real quick, and I will try to fight him up, and I'm going to take a look again at my notes. How do I fit all the stuff in my bags? They make 30 slot bags now, so it's not too hard. I definitely will need to sell by the end of this dungeon. And they made some of the stacks a little bit bigger than what you used to be able to stack up to. A whole bunch of weird crap in here. None of this stuff is going to be worth anything. It's all soulbound, and I'm not going to be able to sell it, so most of it's just going to be turned into gold. They did reduce a lot of the gold that you get from some of these older items when you vendor. A lot of people are just running these old dungeons over and over again for gold, and they reduced a lot of the price of that. So, Cho'gall, let me flip over to my notes. I'll be right back. Here I am. Cho'gall has corrupted blood, so this guy will corrupt you. He's enthralled to the old gods, and he is going to try to corrupt basically everybody in the raid. Everybody gets corrupted over time, and they have you do damage to people around you. You also have this weird kind of debuffs that go along with it as you increase in corruption. At level 100, you just transform into a faceless one. Receive no healing almost, but you do more damage, and all your spells are instant cast. So I think that kind of some people want to get totally corrupted and start doing more damage to this dude, but a lot of other people have to be very, very careful. He will cause raid members to worship him. He will summon corrupting adherents, and the adherents also will do corruption to everybody across the raid if you don't let them die. And then he only really has like 2 phases, I think. And phase 2, corruption of the old god, will start to deal damage to everybody based on the amount of corruption they got in phase 1. So if you have a high level of corruption when phase 2 starts, you will die pretty quick, if I recall correctly. I'm sure anybody else in chat will be able to let me know if I got any of that wrong. And I'm just going to go and pull him here, and we'll see what happens. I might die again. Hopefully not.
To his will of flesh comes.
Shouldn't have to.
Kingdom chaos come.
Yes, what he said.
What he said. Brilliant writing. Beckons and casts conversion. I have a feeling that's what makes somebody worship him, but I have a feeling as a solo player, it's not going to affect me. A lot of these abilities that people have, or these bosses have, where they would cause people to do stuff like mind control, especially, just don't work in solo play. As we will probably see later on in the Firelands too. Corrupting adherent. Oh shit! Die, buddy. Die. You gotta die. Where's my corruption at? I don't have a corruption counter yet. Oh, here it is down here. So you see my corruption going up. I do not want to let that get to 100. I doubt. Because then I will not be able to heal myself. Let's see though. Doing okay so far. Pop! Oh, I'm gonna reset this. So you see I'm getting more of these corruption stuff. I got to level 100, okay. I don't know if that's gonna be an automatic kill. I don't think it will be. I just won't be able to heal myself, I don't think. Reduces healing received by 100%, increases damage done by 100%. Spells cast instantly. That doesn't really matter to me because I don't really have any spells. Did I totally forget about Expel Harm? I totally did. I haven't been using that at all this fight, or this whole stream so far. So here's phase 2, I believe. He is going to start. Now I start taking damage from everything.
It is for his glory we serve.
What?
I believe I have corruption, and it's accelerating the damage that I take from corruption. It's also going to kill me too pretty quickly. You see my health go down really, really rapidly, which is not good. I'm going to go ahead and finish this so I don't shit. Okay, he's dead. Get out of the way. And he falls through the middle of the thingamabob. Complicated. He's still falling too. Jeez Louise. Expel Harm got nerfed hard. It's only usable if you have healing orbs to spawn. I haven't seen many healing orbs spawning so far. The stun on Shannox. I did do Shannox last night in Firelands. I did not have a problem. I might try to bump up to my Paladin for the Firelands, so that might be a little tough. Again, if you have any questions, send them to me in the giantbomb.com/chatroom. I'll be in there for a bit. I'm in there right now, actually. If you have any, just tag me in as @Rory so I know to get back to you. So Cho'gall was the king of this whole thing. He's working with Deathwing. And if you're on 25-man heroic, though, there is one extra boss at the end of this. And I'm going to go ahead and show you that too. Hopefully it shouldn't be too hard for me to get past her. There's just one little movement thing that you have to do that can be complicated, but monks are pretty mobile, so it shouldn't be too hard. Spine is pretty tricky to solo. I don't know if I'll get to Dragon Soul today. I haven't really prepared for that, but Dragon Soul, definitely. Everybody's saying it. It's Agfash, the darkest betrayal. That, oh, it's this little dagger. That's too bad. Battle Plate of the Apocalypse. Shulag Doom, the Axe of Unmaking. Fall of Mortality. What the fuck is that? It sounds like a trinket. Yeah. Twilight's Hammer is a mace. Kind of cool. I freely admit that I like the big dumb stuff when it comes to weapons. Just anything really huge and stupid looking. It's kind of my jam. Barud is on top of it today. That's one of the guild leaders. I think he's also a tank. Don't really have a big guild. Not really huge. 16, 15. Well, we've got 316 members, but only 3 are online. I think it's mostly kind of died down. But that's fine. You know, it's not too crazy with guild chat or anything like that. Thoughts on the vanilla WoW server? I never want to play vanilla WoW again.
We were fools to entrust an imbecile like Cho'gall with such
Talk more about it in a
sacred
second.
duty. I will deal with you intruders myself.
Okay! So Sinestra, well, the Sinestra, Valer, I forget the name of the vanilla server. I don't want to play vanilla WoW. It's great that people, if they do want to, feel free. I totally see why Blizzard would want to shut it down, but I have no desire to go back to that kind of stuff. All the usability improvements that they have made to this game make it playable, I should say. Yeah, more power to them if they want to. So Sinestra is the girlfriend of Deathwing, who is the big boss of this whole thing. She has been down here trying to make a new race of dragons. I think they use, I don't think it's prismatic stuff. I forget. Like, I don't know. They're trying to make evil dragons, you know. They're all a bunch of evil dragons here. They're just, you know, hanging around in their eggs. And you're down here to fuck her shit up because you don't want to let her make all these dragons. And you're going to tell her no. And from the scars on her, it looks like that mating process was not entirely pleasant. This is, I believe, a 4-phase fight, or 3-phase, or like half a phase in the middle of it. Let me get to this real quick, and I'll come back to the questions in the chat room. So you start off, she has drained, damage dealt reduced by 40%. Let me switch again back over my notes real quick. So it's really tough to find information on what her phases are, since she's a 25-man heroic boss. Not a lot of people did game guides for her, but she has a... You just have to attack her first off. I'll show you this part. Go ahead and hit her a little bit. Try to do some damage. And eventually...
Be children. Take your fill from their meaty husks.
She'll put up a barrier back here to prevent you from coming out, and she will summon some whelps and everything, blah, blah, blah. Hello, whelpies. You do have a ranged attack. It doesn't do any damage at all as a solo or as a tank player, but I can still do this kind of stuff to him. Twilight Essence. That doesn't sound good. Okay, there's a lot more of these guys than I thought there would be. Again, this would be super simple for my paladin, but not going to be super easy for me, unfortunately.
I tire of this.
Okay.
Do you see this cloud amidst which you stand? I have nurtured the spark within them, but that life force is
Ow!
and
What the
always
fuck was
will
that?
be mine.
Holy shit. I don't even know what fucking hit me. Recap. Rack. Deals increasing shadow damage over time. When dispelled, bounces to 2 nearby allies of the afflicted player. Holy mother. God dang, that was a bunch of damage. I didn't get hit like anything like that on my paladin. Let me try that again. Holy mackerel. That was tough. That just banged. Man, she banged me. Good lord. It's gonna take me a while to get back there. I apologize. Let me try her one more time on this character, and maybe I can. I don't know, man. There's not too much more to the fight than that, so I'm not gonna drag my I'm not going to drag my Paladin back here, but holy shit. Somebody says destroy the eggs on each side. That comes in a later phase. Take the portals. I didn't see portals. This was a lot easier on my 110 Paladin. Let me warp back there real quick and see real quick. There's a portal at the entrance. Oh shit, is there? Don't kill whelps. Kill big eggs on side. I don't think I can do that until they lower the shield on those, but I will try again. That doesn't happen until a bit later on in the fight, if I recall correctly. Come on! Hurry up. Oh, there's a portal. I see. I didn't see those at all. They're hidden away there. That's dumb. That's pretty dumb. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do. Oh, man. Okay. Let's try that one more time. How much damage have I taken so far? Oh, man, I'm like half durability on all that stuff. It's going to be an expensive repair beam. An NPC will come along and raise the shield for you to run behind when she's casting that spell. I did not see him come out because I think usually he's supposed to have some kind of like supposed to have some kind of like power beam standoff with her. But we'll try this one more time and see what we can do. She has mana barrier up now, so this is definitely in the second phase here. You stop doing damage to her, you start doing damage to her mana shield here. Twilight Extinction, I think this is the one that I need to get the fuck out of here from.
Heroes, you are not alone in
Okay,
this dark
yes,
place.
please, run away. Thank you. Ah, you can't hurt me.
Syntharia, your master owes me a great debt. One that I intend to extract from his consort's hide.
So now she has a mana barrier, and I have to start hitting that a little bit before. I don't think I can kill the eggs yet. They're still shielded. People keep on saying kill the eggs. They still have Twilight Carapace on. I just have to do enough damage to her mana shield to get her down. And she's just like doing this thing with this guy. So luckily, this is just kind of a DPS thingamabob. Unfortunately, I'm a tank and I don't do much DPS. Come on, buddies. Start dying. You can see her mana shield. I don't know if I'm actually doing much to it. This might be a little tougher than I thought.
You are weakening, Syntharia.
Or is it? Maybe.
Accept the inevitable.
Okay, here we go. Alright. She has taken the power of the two eggs, and now I have to get over here and fucking hit them. But I have a very short period of time to do this, so... That one's dead. No, it's not. It says the power protecting the pulsing Twilight eggs dissipates as she harnesses their power. Maybe I haven't hit her enough. Shit. I think I have to hit her some more. I think she will say when this whole thing dies. Or,
My power wanes.
let's see here. Come on. This is probably going to be end poorly. There's a lot of bad guys.
He's lost.
Ah, fucker. God damn it. I didn't hit her enough. I didn't hit her enough. Let me try this again. I think as long as I just walk back, she should respawn. Let's try this one more time. I do not know if I have enough damage for this. I really don't have a huge amount of damage increasing abilities either as a monk. So this might be kind of borked. I might be kind of borked. We'll see. Let's try it one more time. You stand up like a man. Okay. Hit hard. Go fast. Let's see. Her mana shield just regenerates so quickly. Put down one of these over here just for
Be children. Take your fill from their meaty husk. Do you see this path amidst which you stand? I have nurtured the spark within them, but that life force is,
must have a heal for
and
myself. I had
always
no
will
idea.
be mine.
Shoop doop doop.
Behold,
Shoop boop
power
boop boop
beyond
boop
your
boop.
Heroes,
comprehension.
you are not alone in this dark place.
It's a rubber dome keyboard. Now it's the Logitech Z710 Plus.
Syntharia, your master owes me a great debt.
I do not have a DPS spec for this character.
Extract from his
I couldn't
consort's
go
hide.
DPS even if I wanted to. I don't know how to play DPS on any of my tank characters. I just never bother to try. I have no idea how to do DPS. Unfortunately, I'm really bad at it in this game. I'm just gonna hit hard for a while and hope.
You are weakening, Syntharia. Accept the inevitable.
You mistake this for weakness? Fool!
There. Okay, now it's done. There we go. Let's go. So now the shield has broken off, and I have to get both of these things down really quick.
Weakening, Syntharia. Accept
And
the inevitable.
but I have to do it in a certain period of time, and hopefully I can get there quick enough to do it. Let's see. Let's see. Yeah, sorry if there we go.
Drawing upon this source will set us back months. You should feel honored to be worthy of its expenditure. Now,
The
die!
fire's dim, champions. Take this.
And I
The last
think
of my power.
now you get the power of that dude, because I believe he is kind of gonna die here in a second. And you just gotta get this lady down as quick as possible, and I'm gonna try to do that real quick. Ah, come on, whoops, damn it. She stopped talking all of a sudden. Notice that. Yeah, man. Jeez.
Be children.
When you start to die, you stop talking shit. Oddly enough.
I have fallen. The brood is lost.
Okay. I clipped through the floor. So again, she was Deathwing's kind of consort, and she was trying to, get nasty with him and make a bunch of babies. And I think, theoretically, all these should have blown up, but they blew up in spirit, shall we say. Okay, let me get all this gear out of here real quick. I can't use any of it. There might be some tokens. They are not. And they're all done. And I got no gear. That's fine. I'm in the clear. I have a lot of Twilight spit on me, too. So that is the Bastion of Twilight. I totally remember that name. This is one of the, I think, earlier raids from Cataclysm. We're going to do 2 more at least. What time is it? 2? Okay. We're definitely going to do Throne of the Four Winds, and we're definitely going to do, which is really short, that'll be like 5 minutes. And we're definitely going to do Firelands too, which is a little bit longer. I might bring the Paladin in for the Firelands one, just because this was actually a lot harder than I thought it was. I'm going to level this character up to like 102, and after that it shouldn't be a problem at all. It shouldn't be a problem at all. I'm going to warp out real quick. I'm going to use the restroom real quick, and I'll be right back. Oh, he did say grats. Barud he did say grats. He just waits for it. So I'm gonna take a restroom break real quick. I'll be right back, and we'll start off with Throne of the Four Winds. I am gonna pop over to my Paladin, I think. Let me go and do that real quick. Chunky frame rate. I set all those graphic options up, and now it's definitely not doing 60 anymore. That's disappointing. It's only 1080p, buddy. I think I need to upgrade from my nice 970. Anyways, let me flip over to the Paladin real quick, and I'll be right back. Blackwing Descent was done on the last stream, so if you go to my YouTube channel, which you should be able to click through from here. you should be able to. The last WoW Raid-trospective, I think it was Legionnaire's Disease or something like that. There should be a BRD on the very end of that last stream. All right, I'm gonna pee real quick. I'll be right back. Oh my God, there's a cat here. Holy shit! I almost ran over the cat. Let me take a picture of this real quick and. Fuck me. It's so hot in this goddamn room. That the cat has taken over the heater. All right, I'll be right back. Boop.
Whoa, who need puppies?
Okay, I'm back. Let's see now. So yeah, there's a heater pointed directly at me. This house is really, really warm, or really, really cold, I should say. And the cat has come over and just sat right next to me. I almost rolled over him. Oh, who's a big kitty? Oh, goodness. Gigantic fat cat, and he's right next to my rolling chair wheels. So I'm glad I didn't roll him over again. Okay, where am I going now? I'm gonna try with the Paladin. Everything is gonna be a lot easier. I need to get 2 Stormwinds, and from there I'll go to Oldum, and from there I'll go to the Throne of the Four Winds, which is the next raid in the list. It will be very, very quick by design. You really have to run very, very fast to get to at least the first triad of bosses. I don't think I even wrote anything down for these guys because it's so fast. But at least I'll show you what it looks like. What's my item levels? I can show you that. So I haven't really done much LFR or even mythics on this character, but I am still somehow up to item level 862. A lot of that is thanks to a really nice ring I got Titan Forged from one of the world bosses, 875, and I finally got my first legendary, which is eye level 910. And Avenger Shield will jump to 2 additional targets, which is really, really cool. My Oathbreaker's up to Oathseeker's up to 880 at this point, so I'm still running I have an 845 ring, and that's about the lowest level thing I have at this point. I don't think I have any 840s, which is kind of the eye level and the LFR and Mythic beginner kind of eye levels. You get some pretty decent stuff just by running around. Just by running around doing world quests and emissary stuff, you can find some decent gear without going into mythics or anything like that. I really do want to try some more of that stuff. I've only done a few mythics at this point, but as you can see, my soul prism of the Illidari, I have 3 lingering soul fragments, so I've not exactly been busting out. Oh, very laggy. If you can hear this, I guess it's become a little laggy. It looks like my, again, DSL. My ping has boosted up a little bit. Maybe my downstairs roommate is uploading something. He does that from time to time. Because he does work from home a bunch. He does a lot of image editing and everything like that. So, hopefully, this will come back. It looks like everything is smoothing out a little bit, so I apologize for that. Hopefully it's not an endemic problem. We shall see. Anyways, I'm going to head over to the Throne of the Four Winds. I'm going to portal over to Oldham's. So my downstairs roommate does work for an advertiser. He does stuff like he goes out to take pictures of bus ads and things like that to prove to advertisers that their advertisements have actually been placed, which requires, of course, a lot of photography and a lot of editing and everything like that. So that does sometimes cause some little jammies on the old interwebs. I'm thinking about going back to getting a cable connection again at some point, just for myself upstairs if I'm going to be doing this stuff again. This is Oldham. This is one of the Cataclysm zones. It's pretty cool looking. Very Indiana Jones influenced, Egyptian kind of stuff going on. Really decently fun to play. That's way too jaggy for a game that came out in 2004. There should not be jaggies in this. But yeah, it's always been a really cool looking zone. And I'm going to leave it real quick and go into the Throne of the Floor. Ooh, rich Elementium vein. I should get that and not do anything with it. But I'm going to go up to the Throne of the Four Winds, which I believe is up here, and try... What are all these little mysterious camel figurines? I have no idea what that's for. Probably some dumb quest. And the Throne of the Four Winds, these guys, I don't even know if these guys' plotline, if they're actually in league with Deathwing or what, but maybe they were just thrown in here because they wanted to. Al-Akir the Windlord's personal lair glides high above Skywall's boundless vistas. Now that the barriers of the elemental plane have been ruptured, Al-Akir is free to travel Azeroth's winds at his leisure. He has mustered his fiercest tempest to scour Oldham of life and seize control of the mysterious Titanforged Halls of Origination. Good stuff. Halls of Origination I remember playing way back in the day. That is a dungeon rather than a raid. And there's a lot of weird Titan stuff. Man, maybe I don't remember this one. This is a lot of like Egyptian style focus people. That looks like a construct. Anyways, this guy's a bad guy, and you're going to go kill him. Those are the rare spawns to get a special camel mount. Okay, I don't really care about mounts, so. Not a big deal. This should be on 25-man heroic again, and that will not be at all a problem for this character. He's going to go through really quick. Take a look at these replies here. I guess this guy does drop some kind of mount. I actually don't know what his loot table is. Let me see real quick. Al-Akir loot table. Reigns of the Drake of the South Wind. Is that cool looking? What does he look like? Can I see him? I don't know if I can preview him like this. I don't think it works like that. I can preview the gear though. Cloudburst ring. But anyways, I'm not going to spend too much time here. There are 3 little bosses around the edges of this place. Al-Akir is obviously the big bad guy. But there are 3 other little bosses around the corner here. Let me know if my audio starts to fade out or in and out. I'm using a Blue Yeti, and I have never used it before, and I'm just kind of talking in the vague direction of the microphone rather than having a headset this time. So there are 3 little dudes right around the corner, around CC Nezir way back there, North Wind, East Wind, and the West Wind, and I guess he's South Wind or something, or they dropped the South Wind guy because the too slow. You can see all the mounts in the mount collection tab. Just search for the item. Let's see if that's true or not. I believe it should be. Drake of the South Wind. Where are my horsies? Ah, fucker! Jesus Christ. Sorry. I'm not used to this mic. Drake of the South Wind. That's a cool looking guy. That's kind of neat. That's a cool looking guy. It's kind of neat. That's a cool looking guy. It's kind of neat. That fucking sucks. I guess this only comes from this one boss and this one. Usually the mounts that drop from end bosses are usually only on 25-man heroic. I have no idea if that's true or not for Alakir stuff, but let's see. Okay, so these 3 little bosses around the corner are tied together, not in health, but if you... Let's see, I'll go ahead and show you. How about that? I'll show, not tell. If you knock him down, he will gather strength from the remaining Windlords. And once this timer gets all the way down, he will respawn. So you have to split your... You used to have to split your raid up and kill all 3 of these guys within about 60 seconds of each other. Or else they will respawn. I'm going to go and see what happens here real quick. And I can't damage him anymore. So trying to do this at level 100 was really tough. There's just enough time spent attacking these dudes to take them out that you really had a very long... As a tank, at least, you really didn't have much time to jump from platform to platform and actually kill them all before the timer was up. So then one would respawn, the other one would respawn too, so you're just race against time. And I don't have any DPS specs for any of my characters, so I couldn't actually go through and do that kind of stuff. I did this a couple days ago at level 110 with a 2400 DPS weapon. It's a little bit easier. So anyway, he's back now. And just to make this easier on myself, I'm going to kill him while I'm near the edge of this platform. So I'm going to just turn around and run. So yeah, you would, if you're actually doing this, if you were actually doing this as level 85, you would have to split up your raids a little bit to get them all down quickly enough. And now I got 2 down, and now there's 1 more that I need to take out. Why is he gathering strength too? What the fuck? There shit. Am I going backwards? No. What the fuck, dude? What did I do wrong? Was that thing just not there for a second? Why is he... What is going on here? I think I did something wrong. No, he's still there. Die. Thank you. Good. Alright. Alright, glad we got that settled. You can fall off these platforms, so you can't really die from doing it, fortunately. It's not... You just kind of get wrapped back up. So, I have taken down the Conclave, and now I'm going to go get my loot, and then you take on Alakir, who, again, I did not really spend too much time preparing for any kind of explanation of this boss. Thunderwall Belt of the Bedrock. That's good. It's neat enough, I suppose. Alakir, basically, you have all of your raid around. Let me actually take a look real quick and see what he does. Stage 1, Stage 2, Stage 3. I remember he has to do Stage 3, I believe. Looks like he's got a bunch of wind and ice and lightning stuff, too. I'm just going to hit him a little bit and see what happens. Hey, buddy. So now your whole raid's over here, looking up at this guy's butt. And I'm going to go ahead and hit him. Does he not have vocals for this? It's weird. And now he's not attacking me anymore? Most bosses have at least some kind of audio for their little shouts, but maybe not Alakir. I'm assuming I have to avoid this section of the platform when he does this. I'm assuming I have to avoid this section of the platform when he does that. I'm assuming I have to avoid this when he does that. I'm going to assume a lot about this stuff. Oh my god, no. Well, it's not going to hurt me too much. So once he gets below like 25%, he will shatter the entire platform. And I'm spinning around like a mother right now. And now I can fly. He's big. I'm going to try and get around to the front of him. I will no longer be contained. Movement speed increased by 300%. So yeah, now he has a whole another slew of abilities that he can do here. And I'm not going to let him. Or maybe I will. Maybe I'll just go ahead and do what you want, buddy. I'm caught inside the relentless storm. He's not really even, like, attacking anymore, just kind of channeling a bunch of stuff. But he only has a few seconds to do that because I'm about to kill him. Sorry, buddy. That hurts. That's Alec here. Man, he drops a lot of shit. Stormwake, the Tempest Reach of the Wave Crest. Eh. I think somebody was saying that some of these had some randomized running through wind. Man, I feel like one of those unicorns in a Kroll. Some of these had randomized stat additions at the end of it, so it looks like I have of the Wave Crest. I have no idea what it does. Soul Breath Leggings of the Wildfire. This stuff would have been really good back in the day. Man, look at me go. Whee! That's neat stuff. So I need to go back to Stormwind real quick. I want to say there's something I have to do in there. I definitely have to sell some shit. Yeah, I definitely need to sell some shit before I get to the Firelands. Firelands are in Hyjal, so I need to warp through the Stormwind to get to there. Let me sell all this crap because I don't really need any of it right now. Gonna put it into the bank right now. At least Firelands is really, really big. Cho'gall, Hammer of the Firelord. I think I already looked at that one. Some of this gear is from actual Firelands, which I cleared out last night and took notes. Sell all this crap. Not making too much money. Again, a lot of stuff is like 5 gold, 20 gold. For the amount of time you spend on doing these old raids, you really don't get a huge return anymore because they did nerf most of that stuff. But it's some gold. Crystallizing mana, artifact relics, etc., etc., etc. Sell everything. Everything must go! Let's pop back over to Stormwind real quick. I have to take a detour through Dalaran. Detour through Dalaran! Take a detour through... then I'm going to try to hit a... what's the word? Hit a transmogrifier real quick. Because I really hate my helmet. It's really dumb. I should have transmogrified it a while back, but I got this fairly early on, I want to say, and I always thought I was going to be replacing it because you do replace gear quite a bit, and then you have to transmogrify it yet again. But I've had this for a while. I think I just want to replace it with something cooler looking. So let's hit the transmogrifier. I don't know if I need anything from the auction house while I'm here. He's cute baby. Oh, the kitty cat. Go big. I shouldn't be playing with this cat. He scratched the shit out of my hand yesterday, which is not fun. And unfortunately, their cats are in their litter boxes a lot, so if they actually scratch you, it can get affected, so no fun. Okay, here we are. I'm going to the transmogrifier real quick and get a better helmet. Probably should zoom in too, just so you guys can see what's going on. And then we're going to go off to the Firelands, which is a big, fairly big raid. It's more kind of a zone than a raid, really. It's pretty open-ended in terms of what you can do and how you can warp around. Oh shit! Do I still have all my goddamn? Wait a minute. This is not right. New outfit. New outfit. I don't want this shit. God damn it! I'm not wearing all this stuff, am I? So it's showing me all these Stormwind guard gear, which I don't think I actually wanted to use. I'm not sure why. Undo all pen. There we go. That's better. That's better. Let's see which one of these I want to do here. It's just something that looks cooler. I don't like all these spiky ones. I got a captain's hat. I want something big. A lot of these just do not go at all with my gear. Like that looks cool, but does not go at all with my gear at all. I should probably put a little effort into this, but this is really expensive now. Transmogrifying, they really upped the cost of this stuff quite a bit. Nothing looks good. Let me start with my chest piece. Let me do that real quick. That's better. Okay, something silver or goldish would look cool here. And match my shoulder pads. Yeah, that gold one is fine. Okay, there we go. Apply that. 100 gold. Fuck. And there we go. We're all set. Gaze of Echoing Despair. That's cool. That looks neat. Okay, now I might as well do the fucking legs too, I guess. Jeez. They got me with a barrel here. Look at this money. Got anything a little golder? Yeah. Wow, those are ugly as shit. Cool. Done. I'm gold. I'm gold, baby. I don't think I can do... Can I? I guess I can transmogrify my artifact weapon, but who wants to do that? Cool. Now the part of my character I never even see. Looks a little more... Looks a little more decent when I look at myself. I have to look at myself in the mirror. Alright, we're going to do the Firelands right now. That should take probably around an hour. I think there's like 7 bosses in there. We'll see. And maybe we'll try a mythic or something like that afterwards if I have the stamina for it. And if the pups don't need to be let out. Okay, where are we going now? We are going to this other place that's called Hygel's. I hear something. Some weird circular loop there. Okay, so the Firelands. Ragnaros has been brought back from the dead to help serve Deathwing in his powerful places of power. And he has also brought back other people like Staghelm, who used to be in Darnassus, but who helped Ragnaros escape or get back to the material plane. They're like half of this shit is dragons, and the other half is dragons and old gods, and the other half is like elemental bosses trying to get back to the real world. The real world. I've always liked the way this little dungeon of Ragnaros' looks. It's a lot bigger on the inside than it is on the outside, but we'll forgive him that little caveat. So yeah, Ragnaros is back. Oh, I keep on hitting this microphone. God damn it. God damn it. Raids and Cataclysm. Ragnaros and his servants surged onto the slopes of Mount Hygel before being driven back by the Sacred Mountain's valiant defenders. Now Ragnaros is rallying his loyalists to defend the Firelands from Azeroth's champions. So maybe he doesn't have anything to do with Deathwing or the old gods. Maybe he's just chilling out here. At any rate, it's a really cool looking dungeon, and it's a pretty cool looking place too. That's because the inside is another plane. I guess that makes sense. Still on heroic. Yep. Okay. I've had problems with some of these heroic bosses before. I am not going to have any problems with them right now. The Spider Lady has, at one point, one of her ads, I think, can wrap you up and stun you until you die. I didn't have that happen when I went through this. Wait a minute. Am I already saved this? Shit, I am. I did this last night to take notes. Crap. Let me go to another character. I apologize. I totally forgot. I thought it was a reset. Okay. I'll be right back. Let me hop over to my Death Knight, maybe. Or my Druid. Maybe the Druid. Yeah, I'll have a little Druid on Druid fight here. Let's see here. At least I have both these artifact weapons, which is good. I think the Druid might be a little easier to self-heal in case I need it. I don't think I will, but we'll find out. How about that? Sorry about that. I totally forgot that I had done this last night. Okay, here's the Druid area where they do all their funky stuff. This is their Legion kind of guild hall thing. Unread mail from Greatfather Winter. Let me get right on that. Oh shit, I have to sell everything again too. Sorry. Crap, this is gonna suck. Anniversary gift. I need to open that shit. Alright, I'm just gonna sell everything that's purple or green. Clear up some space. Fragment of Valnir. Merchant doesn't want that. I must have taken this character through some weird old dungeon too recently. Let's see now. Sorry for making you look at all this housekeeping, but that's what it's going to be. Gift of the Order. I want that. Man, this is going to suck. No idea what most of the stuff is. Don't need that. It's already in my toy box. Can I not destroy it? What was that, Gio? What was that, Roscoe? Did you make a sound? Roscoe's a big old fat cat. He's like 22 pounds or something like that. And he will sometimes make little noises with his nose when he is disturbed or upset. Or when he thinks we're going to have to push him away from one of the heaters. Because he gets way up close. He reminds me of the dude in Sunshine, Cliff Curtis, when he was, looking at the sun and obsessed with it, like picking his skin off. What the hell was that? What did I just sell? A tiny infernal collar. I already have them. Selling everything, getting rid of my junk. Gonna put it all up in my bunk. Gotta get rid of it before I raid. That is what they said 2 days. Let's see here now. Okay then. Where do I go from here? How do I get back to anywhere? Can I get back to anywhere? Emerald Dreamway. Fuck. Storm Shield? Fuck. Did I not get a goddamn... Yeah, okay. Dalaran Hearthstone. Jeez Louise. Jeezy Louises. Okay, here we go. I'm gonna show you something that I figured out last week. Sony, a friend of mine, pointed this out to me. If you have not known about this, like I have not known about this, this is gonna blow your mind. So if you want to do some really quick cleanup of your bags, go to your bank. Go to your bank. Right-click here. Find this little reagent bank. Right-click that. Deposit all reagents. That's cool. That might be part of this Arc Inventory add-on. I'm not sure. Or it might be part of the default UI, but that's pretty neat. I got a letter from the Time Walkers. Begin WoW's 12th anniversary. That was this year, right? Okay, yeah. I don't know. Thought I had like really screwed up and kept that in my inventory for like 2 years. Warlords. I didn't know about that since for a long time, so maybe that's been known, but that is very, very helpful on my goddamn clean up my bags tip. Okay, where are we going now? We're going back to Hyjal through Stormwind. I can get that through here. And we'll go back to the... What was that? What did I get up there? Storm scale sample. Eh. I'm sorry, Roscoe? Was that... Did you say something? Did you say something? Okay. He's like, please, I need more heat. Okay. Did I get the Corgi Pup from the anniversary event? I have no idea. No idea. I didn't, like, turn anything in, if that's what the question is. I really don't care much about pets at all in this game. I've never gone out of my way to do any of them. Pets and mounts, I get that people love them and they collect them all, but I don't do the pet fighting. I don't do mount collection or anything like that. It's just never been anything that really interested me. So if it took any effort above like opening my mail, I probably did not actually go do that. Where's my mount? There it is. Ow. They need to remake those loading screens for different aspect ratios. That's very true. They have some really ancient loading screens in this game. If you warp into like Ironforge, you'll see some of the old 2004 loading screens. And they should really go back and do it, maybe. I don't know. It seems like almost everybody's on 16:9s at this point. But what do I know? I know there are some people who still play this game on 4:3 monitors without a second monitor, so they're basically just like looking at themselves. Am I showing low level? I don't want to see low level quest. That's not fun. I don't care. Now I'm getting petulant. Okay, take 2. This is going to be a lot harder than it was when I did it last night, just because this character is 101 versus 110. But we should hopefully have some fun with it. Let's see. Again, haven't really done too much of any of this stuff with any character other than the Paladin. I don't know why. I just like the Paladin a lot. This thing. I hear they're not super effective as tanks, but I managed to tank Calamir today by myself, so I think I'm doing okay. I never did try Elder Scrolls Online. I've always been kind of curious about it, especially after it went no subscription. But I've heard good things about like questing and adventuring in the game, but I never bothered to install it. I'm just a little MMO'd out, I suppose. I got my WoW. It's pretty much good for me. Learning a new MMO is always just kind of a lot of. It's a big task. Just a big task. Druid on a mount. What site? I don't know. Do I have a flying form? Do I? I don't even know. Can I fly this flying mount? Oh, I guess I can. Huh. I totally forgot about that. Like, this should tell you how much I play my druid. I just always go straight to my mount. Because I have the same shortcuts for all my characters. Anyway, here we are. What do you sell, buddy? Sell some crap. How may I aid you, sir? Let's get into it. Let's get into Firelands. How about that? I'm gonna go get one more beer before I get into this because that's my prerogative. So now that I'm in here, is it 25 player? It's not heroic though. Gotta go back out. Gotta try again. Do this raid. Raid difficulty. Well, that's weird. Welcome to Firelands, 25 player. It's heroic. It should be. It should be heroic. Again, if you have any questions about anything, just feel it's not showing heroic here. What am I doing wrong? Firelands has been reset. Welcome to Firelands, 25 player. I haven't done it on this character, I bet. Shit. I can't do heroic until I do it normal. Fudge. Fudgy. Alright. Alright. That sucks. Let me see where my goddamn Death Knight is. Maybe he's around because I'm pretty sure he's done it too. If not, I'm gonna check real quick. Maybe I'll see his. I'm gonna check his. Oh man, if I can find the achievement, I can see if he's actually done this on normal. We'll see. We'll see. Sorry about all this. I'm very prepared for this stream. Always very, very prepared. Okay, let's go over to smile time. Somebody asked earlier about Final Fantasy XIV raids. I have never actually seen any raids in that game. Again, the movement speed was just really, really slow for me, unfortunately. Let's see if I can find this guides. What am I looking for here today? Cataclysm raid. I have done heroic Ragnaros, at least on not completed by smile time. Where is the other one for Throne of the Four Winds? Fall of Deathwing. Where's the other non-heroic? Because I've defeat the bosses in Firelands. I have done this. Okay, okay, sweet. So this character can do the heroic version. Let me go ahead and do that real quick. Ah. One more time, we'll fly back to the Firelands, and then we'll get through it. I apologize for the screw ups. That's what I do. So I'm gonna do ups. I likewise have not played this character a huge amount since Legion came out. Just weird kind of, you know, class changes and the way that things work is a little more complicated for my playstyle, at least. But it should not be hard to get through the... Should not be hard to get through the Firelands with this character on 25 Heroic. Have I done any Emerald Nightmare raiding? I have not. I've done like 2 LFRs, 2 bosses in LFR. I think the middle LFR section of Emerald Nightmare. I think I did 2 of those, but apart from that, I haven't really fooled around too much with LFR. I need to get into it. By this point, I'm sure it's basically all a cakewalk with everybody getting super high eye levels and everything like that. But yeah. I have been talking about hanging out with a friend of mine like for a few months now and just hanging out, bringing my computer over and doing a bunch of raid stuff, but I just haven't had the time. It's been pretty tough to find the time to do much of anything. I moved in with my girlfriend a few months ago, so I have these dogs around all the time, and also I've been playing a lot of Fallout 4 lately, which does take up a fair amount of time. But maybe over the break, I don't know. I have a lot of games I need to get through, or even start. And I suppose I have to write something for Alex for the Game of the Year stuff, but we shall see. Okay, I'll be right back. I'm just going to grab a beer real quick. There.
Who is this baby belly? Who's this belly? We got a belly. Oh my goodness.
Okay. Headphones on. Have I played any Hitman? I played about an hour of Hitman. It's one of those games that I do enjoy quite a bit, but I just haven't had the time to go through it. And I'm also, my girlfriend likes to sometimes watch me play games, and I'm just more nervous about that than anything else, just because there's so much waiting and hatching plans, and I think I get self-conscious about it. It must be kind of boring to watch, but hopefully this is going to be a heroic raid. It is. That's good. We are in the heroic version of this raid. All right, let's get it. Let's get it done. Let's do it. I'm drinking Corona Extra at the moment. That is the plan for today. We just have usually a fair amount of that around. This is going to take me a while to figure out my buttons that I need to hit again. So I have Death Grip, Mara Rend, that's my Bone Shield, Bone Storms, Death's Caress, which is a long reach one, 30 yard for the Plague. Consumption is a big heal, which is nice. I'm going to run over here to the Spider Lady and see. Like I said, I did this 25 Heroic. No problems at all with my 110 last night. 101 Death Knight might be a little bit tougher, but at least somebody gave me a power word. A power word fortitude. So as you go up to the Spider Queen up here, she has a bunch of enemies down on the way to her that are like being attacked by spiders. So as you go through here, you kind of have... I do stop Death and Decay. Oh man, I got Bloodstalkers. Which one is the one that does the... Which one is the one that gives them the I guess it's just V? Blood Boil, I guess. Okay, that's what I want. Blood Boil will affect everybody with a plague. There used to be like 3 or 4 different diseases that the Death Knights could do. I think it's only like 1 now. Maybe something else from like talent or something like that, but it really has been simplified quite a bit. And all you really do is just walk up and like, hey, everybody's a disease now. Sorry. Because it does like an AoE around you. And it applies the disease to everybody. And at this level, it's going to kill pretty much a lot of things that you just kind of run up and give it to. Used to be you'd have to apply the disease first, then Blood Boil on the character you gave the disease to, and then it would warp to everybody else. But they have simplified this system quite a bit. I don't even know what my talents are on this character. Bloodworms, I have no idea if any of this stuff is really good or not. I really haven't had enough time to play the Death Knight to really get a sense of the efficacy for all this stuff. I still have Mark of Blood, which is pretty cool. That auto heals. Death and Decay pretty much does the other stuff, and then Heart Strike. Heart Strike? Yeah. So, set that down. Start killing people. This trash bowl apparently was really tough back in the day. These 3 dudes over here and these spiders, you'd have to aggro them all. They'd all aggro at the same time, so you'd have to kind of pick your targets pretty closely. But no longer. And here is Beth'tilac. I'm not sure of her backstory. Let's see real quick. Matriarch of the Cinderweb brood, Beth'tilac and her merciless offspring sate their appetites by sucking the magma and fire from the corpses of elementals. That's pretty gross. So this is a 2-tier fight. She has a big spiderweb up here, and she'll go up and come down. I think that's the end of the fight. She starts at the top, and she'll come down for the second phase of it. So she has this energy meter here that she uses up to cast fire spells. And once she goes all the way down from it, she will cast a big fire annihilation spell that'll hit everybody up top. Which hurts a lot, apparently. Or at least it did back in the day. The problem is that she drains it as she uses spells, and it drains it for time, too. And also, there are more monsters spawning in down here, too. And some of them will actually go up and drain power from her to use their own spells. And if they're allowed to do that, she will drain more quickly and then use her big ultimate power much more quickly. And then the second phase of the fight will start more quickly, too. So you have to have 2 teams of people doing a fair amount of damage up top, and also a team of people down here controlling all the ads. Because there's also Cinderweb spiderlings, which will pop up in a second, and they will actually, they can be eaten by the other monsters, and that causes them to gain health back. Let me actually split open my... I'm going to be a smarty pants about this and put both of my things on the same page. So I have my notes over here too. So the one group is on ad control down at the bottom. The spiderlings are first because they can heal stuff, and then Cinderweb drones, which are the ones that will pop up and try to take her energy. And then once she runs out of energy up top, she'll cast this thing called Smoldering Devastation, which will deal a huge amount of damage to everybody up top, and you kind of have to avoid that by dropping down. In phase 2, she will drop down, and she will consume spiderlings that are still down on the ground. She'll heal herself a bunch. You don't want her to do that. And then she'll frenzy herself up in phase 2, and that is bad as well. You do not want her to do that either. I totally cast my Death's Caress on you. No, you didn't even take it. So in order to get up there, you have to wait for these hatchlings, spinners. They'll come down and start shooting at you, but you can taunt them down. And if you do that, and you kill them, there'll be a little rope up here. And I'm going to go ahead and do that, because I want to go up top. And now I'm up with Beth'tilac. Is she immune to my fuck? No, there she is. Take it. I don't even know if she's going to be able to... Oh, crap. Yep. So she will cast like little fireball areas, and they will burn through the spiderweb up here. And you do not want that to happen, because you will fall right down. You really want to be kind of careful about which side of the area you're on. But she hopefully won't die yet. I'd like to see her cast this big ultimate thing here. Let's see now. she is taking a little bit of time to run through her energy. You can see the 23, 22. It's just going to take a little bit of time to run all the way down. I don't know if I've actually seen her cast this big-ass ultimate spell, so I kind of want to see what that is. She's also summoning meteors to land on the raid up here, which is fun. I think those are the ones that burn through the ground and force you to fall down. Let's see here now. Now she's going to go back to the middle. Smoldering Devastation. Hopefully this won't kill me. Don't actually know. That's not doing too much damage to me. That's fine. Don't worry about it. You got nothing. Oh, but as you can see below, there are a fair amount of enemies down there. There should be another team down there taking care of all the ads down there, but there are none that are going to be happening now because there's somebody down there. So I'm just going to go and kill her. How about that? Oh, wait. Shit. So I don't think she's actually going to go to phase 2 here because I am up top. Let me see if I can fall down real quick and see. There's a fall down. I might get stunned this time. This is the only going to be... Oh, there she is. Okay, hey, how you doing? I didn't think that would happen. But she would start to frenzy herself. You can kind of see it there. Damage increased by 10%. Over time, she would start frenzying so much that you won't be able to heal the damage that the tanks would be taking. So you have to have her life bar low enough so that when she actually goes into phase 2, you can kill her quickly enough so that she doesn't frenzy her way to the point of killing all your tanks. Complicado, but not as complicated as another fight coming up here in a bit. Let's walk across the way and see the magma giant. Getting a lot of loot, and I'm going over here to see this guy, Lord Rhyolith. Rhyolith. He's an ancient elemental, born in the primordial fires that forged Azeroth itself. And I guess he is making new elementals. Do what you want to, buddy. Live your life. You can see him up there right now. One of the cool things about this zone is that you can see pretty far, even at Cataclysm level of view distance. Let's see. I'm going to go over there later, and I'm going to be here right now. There are a bunch of bosses. I have to kill some of these guys to make one of the bosses spawn. Let's see. But luckily they're not too bad. A little blood boil. A little boiling blood. And they do not last. And there's one Huntsman's Horn. I think I have to do one or two more of those in order to get the Shannox to spawn, but I'll do that in a second. Let's see. This is a Death Knight. Oh, it's stunned. Stuns are the worst part of being a solo raider or trying to solo some of these old raids. Sometimes you can just get stun locked by some of these bosses, but luckily I haven't seen one of those in a while. Up here is Kara the Everburning. He's kind of the guard of Rhyolith, and he has this whole little thing people you have to avoid, and I guess you have to kind of run up past all this stuff, or at least kill on the way up, because he is definitely sending a lot of shit your way. Buddy, how you doing? I keep forgetting attack Market Blood. So Rhyolith up here is a pretty interesting boss. He's got a lot of weird kind of spells going on. You see some of the old god like eyeball stuff going on with him. Well, it didn't say anything about old gods, but it sure looks like an old gaudy kind of shifts an eyeball. He's covered in armor to begin the fight, and you have to kind of knock it off in order to... Oh, shit, that hurts. You have to control him by moving his feet. You see his feet have different abilities to attack, and you have to have a foot team to kind of guide him where you want to go. You have to steer him into volcanoes that pop up, and you have to prevent him from getting to the side of the magma, because if he gets to the side of the magma, I think he does like a big AoE. You see the obsidian armor, his body won't take... Damage taken reduced by 80%, so that's pretty tough. Left foot team and right foot team. This is not going to be very... You might want to go take a look on YouTube if you really want to see how this was done back in the day. It sounds really fucking complicated. I never did it back in the day, but this is kind of what I know from doing this stuff. So I've got a direction gauge now because he's going straight.
Short little fleshy things. Here. Nuisances. Nuisances.
So there are one team doing foot stuff. They want to make him kind of move one direction or the other. And another team that has to pick up all these ads that are popping up because there are going to be a lot of fucking ads. So here we go. I'm going to attack his foot, try to make him turn to the left a little bit. Try to make him walk onto this volcano. Shit. I think I missed it. Shit. No. Okay, there we go. So he's weakened a bit. He takes 10% armor damage for each one of these little... I can't make him eat magma, though. Please don't eat magmas. I'm probably going to do too much damage to actually... So basically, that's kind of the thought here. You're supposed to kind of get all of these... direct him into these volcanoes and make him hit them because they blow up and will do... and will let him take more damage when you actually knock off all his armor. But there are also enemies around here who will increase the amount of armor that he has. I think these little liquid obsidians, if they get back to him, they'll actually put armor back on him. So it's pretty complicated. Even now, I mean, I'm not taking any damage, which is fine. But every one of these volcanoes has its own little weird fucking thing. And now he's going to go over and eat some magma, which is great. I did this poorly. Go ahead, buddy. Eat some magma. Which I think is a huge AoE from everything. Let's see here.
Sear the flesh from their tiny frames.
So there's a lot of ads. There's a lot of bad guys in this stuff, and there's a lot of boss management too. I don't think I've actually got him to talk into another volcano here. I think this one's active, and I think some of these are getting inactive. Walk into it. There we go. Yeah, so some of these are actually inactive. So, god damn, this is fucking even complicated than I thought it was. I don't think I can actually pull him. Yeah, he's immune to that stuff. So, in order to make him turn, you just have to kind of like fucking run up and hit that foot a lot. And now he's going straight. You want to get him over to this active one? No, buddy, come over this way. This way. Shit. Okay, so once you get him below 25% health, his armor is all shattered, and now he's just like one big lava dude, which is kind of cool. And obviously he is going to be doing a fair amount of damage at this point. Fire damage to everybody around. He's got molten armor that does increase damage to everybody too. And you have to do AoE healing and burn him down as quickly as possible while the tanks kind of try to hold on to him. Yeah, he's actually hurting me too, so I'm going to try to go ahead and kill him. There's Barud, making sure I know I'm worthwhile. Where do I pick it up? It's on his feet. There we go. Grips of the Raid... man, I just want weapons. Just give me weapons. Will I need to assemble a team for Pandaria? I think I can solo most of the stuff in Pandaria, at least on 10-man, but I might try to get some people in there for some of those, because it is... some of them are pretty tough. I tried to do the Throne of Thunder the other day on 25-man heroic, and I think I got killed by at least one of those bosses. Where am I going now? What am I doing here? Shannox. I think I'm going to do Alysrazor. So this is really, really fucking complicated. It's really fun to see, I guess, but it's I think this would have been the one that broke me back in the day if I had to do this when it actually came out. 4 phases to this fight. I haven't started it yet. It's coming up. But it just seems like kind of nightmarish. I'm going to go through it as I can and try to explain it as it goes. But if you want to have some complicated shit, Alysrazor is definitely one of the ones. Yeah, and somebody's saying I can't really show this one, so it's pretty difficult to show everything about it. I'm on the Kelderai, I want to say. That's what it is. Come on, buddy. So this guy is Majordomo Staghelm. He used to be Archdruid Staghelm. He was in Darnassus doing good stuff, but it turns out he had been corrupted by, I believe, Ragnaros, I suppose. And as you were going to take him to prison or something like that, he got rescued by a green dragon that had also been turned to the bad stuff, bad people. And now he has... Oh no!
You mortals may remember Alysrazor, who spirited me to freedom in Mount Hyjal. She too has been reborn. Born of flame!
So this green dragon has been turned into kind of a phoenix, I guess.
Reduce your pitiful band to cinders, but I am needed elsewhere.
Okay.
Farewell!
I serve a new master now, mortals.
So here's Alysrazor, who has Firestorm. She's doing a bunch of damage to everybody. There are 4 phases, like I said, of this fight. I'm going to try and take them a little bit slow. First off, she comes through here and does a big, like, little weird AoE thing. But the thing you're getting here are these little feathers. You can get 1 of these to run around a little faster, 2 of these to run around a lot faster, and then 3 of them will actually let you fly, which is important because you have to get up there at some point, and is important because you have to get up there and hurt her a little bit. This dude's casting Cataclysm, brings out a molten meteor, and this thing did like 500,000 damage to everybody around it. But you can attack it to prevent it from... Oh, god damn it. So there's a bunch of stuff going on here, as you can already tell. These little Talon initiates will start frenzying themselves as they go. So somebody has to be over here and like interrupt every time they cast a spell, because after a while, if they get up there, they'll start going so fast that they can't even be interrupted. You can always kill them like that, but that's a little tough to do. Here's this guy casting Cataclysm again, which is another meteor. Try and take that out. So if you don't kill these guys quickly enough, they will start doing a lot of damage to everybody in the raid or anybody nearby, obviously. And then there's also these voracious hatchling people who are imprinted. They imprint on the first person they see, or the person closest to them. I'm actually taking damage. Shit. And in order to get the hatchlings to not kill everybody, they will eventually start throwing a tantrum after a while. And then they have to drag them over to these little fire spout creatures, and that will remove the tantrum from them. But that's obviously a little tough because they're spinning around and casting goddamn fire everywhere. There's fire everywhere. Just fire everywhere. I'm actually taking a lot of damage here. I'm going to try and go up and take out Alysrazor. See if that does anything better to me. Better for me. Attacking these meteors might actually be doing a lot of damage to me too.
Let the unbelievers perish in fire!
No, I don't want to. I don't think there's any fires on the ground. Or there's some feathers. Let's see. Let me get up. God damn it. Where are my feathers? Where is my... And if these meteors actually hit the side of the ring here, they'll pop open and come back and do into 3 little rings. It's very fun. I forget if you had to use these as like cover for anything. But at any rate, everything down here is very complicated. Everything's moving very fast. And if I don't have my shit... Fuck. There we go. Firestorm. You gotta get my feathers. There we go. Now I have to fly up and try to hit her a little bit, and I shouldn't be too hard to get her down.
Behold his power!
That's what I need to do. See this shit on her. And she has fiery farts and also these little loops you can go through for more speed. But if you hit the other farty parts, she will hurt you. Not good. I just hope I don't fall down here. I wish I How much room do I have? 16 seconds. You got to kind of stay near the ground, though. It's the only problem. Because as she goes to her next phase, I think she'll wipe out everybody's ability to fly. And that might be happening soon, so I might go down a little bit. What is all this shit on there? So you can see if you drop these guys over. But if you bring a hatchling... Now here's the fun part. Holy shit. So she's got a vortex of flame in the middle. If you get too close to it, it does a lot of damage and you die. If you get too far away, it does a lot of damage and you die. So you gotta stay to this little fucking middle area as these things go through. You gotta get through the little rings to increase your speed while you're avoiding the goddamn fire cyclones. And imagine this times like 25 people. I'm assuming there's some like pattern you can memorize to get through it, but hard. This looks like it would be really tough to do and try to heal people and everything else. Okay. She burned out. Good.
We call upon the Lord of Fire.
And now she's like out of energy. Man, these guys have a lot of fucking health. She's out of energy on the ground, and she's taking 50% more damage from everything that hits her. So you have to run up. This is a big DPS race now, and of course I didn't do it quick enough. So the entire raid is trying to hit her as quickly as possible. But now she's ignited, and now she's going to repeat everything back from phase 1. But yeah, this is complicated. This is some complicated shit. I'm going to kill her now before she can fucking fly again. But this is the kind of thing that hurts my head, even trying to figure out how to sum all that stuff up. That is a cool looking helmet. Wow, that's not bad at all. Thanks, buddy. Whew. Yes, and also you, if you had 2 with feathers, not 3, you wouldn't be flying, but you'd be moving really quick. Boo! Jeez. That was a lot easier on my 110 paladin, by the way. Alright, so there's one more boss out in this open area, and I have to kill enough things to make them spawn. That's going to be Shannox and his 2 puppies. It's kind of like me. I got 2 puppies right over here. Let's see what I can do here. I think I just have to kill some stuff and then make him spawn. If I can do that, you will hear a bell ring. And he shouldn't be too hard, but people are saying he might be a little tough on this this difficulty and this level, but we'll see. We shall see. Okay, just run around killing stuff. Trying to find big packs too. What the hell is that? Where'd you come from, buddy? Oh, they must have summoned that. They have a bunch of summoning groups that if you interrupt them, I think they start summoning in big stuff. You go down. I'm still in combat. I need to go back and kill some of these things, I guess. Jesus Christ. Jeez Louise. Mailman's here, I guess. You come back. You come over here too. Hunting horn sounds again, nearer and more urgently. Okay, should be one more little thing. And we'll be on our way. We're on our way. Dooby-dooby-doo. Killing stuff round and round we go. So I'm trying to get this guy named Shannox to spawn. He is he's a dude who has 2. He's kind of hunter kind of archetype character, I suppose would be the best. There we go.
I smelled him too, Ripley. Outsiders encroach on the Fire Lord's private grounds.
Where is he?
Find their trail Find them for me, that I may dispense punishment.
Oh shit! God damn it! I keep on forgetting this. God damn it! Keep on forgetting this mic is right in front of my face. There's Shannox up there. So he's got 2 pups. Let me roll down. So he has 2 dogs. He has Rageface and Riplim. Rageface will can't be taunted or tanked. He just does, or he goes around to every player, does a lot of damage. He can Rageface as well, which I think is a stun that he can only be knocked out of by taking 30k or more damage. So that might be something that stunned me and doesn't let me up. I'm not sure. I did not see that at all last night when I was on my Paladin. But we'll see. And then Riplim, he also... Jesus. Shit. Sorry about that. Let me close this door real quick and make sure the dogs can't come back in. One second. Sorry. Okay. Well, that's cool. That's good. Thanks, dogs. Thanks, dogs. So Shannox will also throw his spear, but this is again going to be a little tougher to show without an actual raid of people here doing stuff. The important thing is the dogs will basically become crazy if they see. So now you see him go get the thing and come bring it back. He also will throw traps down like a hunter does. Like he has a freezing trap and an immolation trap. I'm not sure if he's actually going to do that if I don't get far enough. I don't know if I can actually get far enough away from him for him to actually do that. But so basically you'd want to kite the dogs onto the traps, avoid Shannox's spear stuff, and then also make sure that none of the dogs are alive when Shannox goes down to 30%, because if they do that, they get like 5 times as much damage, and they start wiping the raid. Again, kind of tough to show without actual other people here, but it's not going to be... I don't know. 2 dogs. He's going to throw this, and then... And if there was a trap there, that would have been the time to kind of lure him over it, if you can. But now, every time the dog leaves, every time a dog dies too, this guy gets like 30% more attack and haste, I think. Although I don't think one of these like can't actually die. They just like get stunned and will come back to life after 20 seconds or so. Oh, and he comes back to life. Shit. Alright, well, I'm just going to go and kill everybody. Hopefully that kind of shows you what the mechanics would be if you had a big raid, but for the most part, it's kind of really tough to show that one on...
Lord of Fire.
Man, that's a lot of fucking shit. Am I at least out of combat? No. I think I aggroed something and it still has me in combat. Oh man, you are in combat. That's a fun bug from Vanilla WoW. But I've cleared off all of the early guys here, and now there's only 3 more bosses left, I think. Baleroc, and then Staghelm, and then Ragnaros too. We'll get there. Where am I going? This Path of Corruption stuff is weird. It's just like this little warp up here that I've never actually figured out where it goes to. I think there's another quest at some point they had to go in here to get through the gate to go to. I've never figured out what it was though. Heals you for... Oh, I have to deal damage to this to heal myself. Okay, I get it. I don't really have a lot of heals here, unfortunately. I have some good cooldowns, but self-healing is pretty rough on a Death Knight, unless you're actually doing damage. Okay, and then here is going to be Baleroc or Baleroc. I really don't know. Again, this is another one that's pretty tough to show off solo, but I'll start clearing some of these guys and try to talk you through it. Baleroc had... I'm going to call him Baleroc. It sounds cooler. He has 1 big sword, but he actually has 2 swords, I think. Or 1 that he uses in 2 different ways. Let me actually clear this stuff real quick so I can think. Somebody is saying that's like pretty much a Baleroc from Lord of the Rings. That's pretty true. Okay, so this guy has 2 swords on him. One is called the Decimation Blade, and the Inferno Blade. That's what it was. So he's got 2 kind of stuff that he does. He does... man, it's really complicated to even read my notes on this stuff. He will periodically cast Blaze of Glory on a target, which will increase the damage they take but increase their health by 20%. Every time he does that, he gets a charge for himself called Incendiary Soul, which will increase his fire damage by 20%. So he has a Decimation Blade that does 90% of the target's maximum health and always at least 250,000 damage. So you'd have to have 2 tanks here. You have one taking all the Inferno Blade hits and one taking all the Decimation Blade hits. And basically the Decimation Blade, they'd always have to be at max health for that shit, because otherwise if they were below 90% health, they'd die. And then the Inferno Blade would does 100,000 damage, but it comes out a lot more quickly than the Decimation Blade. And on top of that, he'd also throw Torment Shards out into the middle of the raid, so the DPS players would need to get stacks of Torment. And when they get a really high stack of Torment, the healers can heal them, and they'll get another buff that will let them heal the tanks for extra health. I hope I'm describing that all right, because none of that is going to be very visible. Oh, that's the other fucking shitty part about being in combat. It's not letting me regenerate health. That's really dumb. But yeah, this all sounds very, very complicated. So 2 tanks. Healers will have to wait for a DPS to get a huge high stack of Torment. Torment is a whole different thing. A huge stack of Torment, and then heal that person, and then start healing the tank again. Because the tanks are the only one with a debuff called whatever it was that makes the healers. Man, I don't think I actually have any bandages. I don't think I made bandages for any of my other characters. I don't do PvP at all, so it never really does work out to anything where I need that kind of healing, except in this kind of stupid shift. Oh man. Okay. None of that is going to actually show up here, I don't think. I'm going to go up and hit him. And I don't think he can even cast Torment, because the Shards of Torment... Are there any that are actually going to show up? Because I think this is one of the things that really fucks up, because I'm soloing it. I don't see any actual Shards of Torment around anywhere. Yeah, I think that just doesn't appear for solo players. Anyways, you can see up here that he will sometimes actually cast a Decimation Blade or an Inferno Blade. So now he's turned his sword into Inferno Blade, which will last about 10-12 seconds, and then this does no physical damage at all. It only does fire damage. So one tank would have to be taking care of that stuff, and the other tank would have to be taking care of the Decimation Blade. If I get hit by the Decimation Blade, I could actually die here, so I should probably not let him do that. Yeah, I'm not seeing any of the Shards of Torment around at all. You die now. Man, you know what? There are a lot of fights in this specific raid that are really tough to show off as solo encounters, unfortunately. And the next one is going to be one of the worst ones in that sense. Which is too bad.
Well, I admire your tenacity. Baleroc stood guard over this keep for 1,000 mortal lifetimes.
Hey!
But none may enter the Firelord's abode.
Kind of neat looking. Is that a helmet?
Beg for mercy now. And
Great cutscene, guys.
Well, what is your answer?
Alright, so there's 2 more bosses, and I'm going to show them to you real quick, because I got to pee, and I like to get this done before. And I also feel guilty about locking those dogs out. They're just loud. So my girlfriend gets home around 5:30 or 6 usually every day, and around 4 o'clock, they start to Every time a door slams outside, they just go fucking nuts. They really just start barking their heads off. They really just start yapping all the time. So I feel sometimes I want to take a nap or something like that, or I want to play games. I have to kind of lock them out of the bedroom. It's a real shame. It's a real sad shame. Anyways, coming up here is going to be Majordomo Staghelm, who has taken over the guard duties for Ragnaros. If you recall from the Molten Core, Ragnaros had another Majordomo there whose name escapes me at the moment, who you get through all of Molten Core, and then you're like, you beat the Majordomo and his big gang of people, and he's like, cool, I guess I'll summon Ragnaros and like bring it to him, because you're obviously going to die fighting him. And of course Ragnaros just kills him right off the bat. So he needed a new butler, and that's going to be Majordomo Staghelm online up here. I can barely talk right now. Executus, that's right. So he is a druid, and he's going to fight like a druid, and this little gang of trash in front of him will show you kind of a... Oh, you're going to attack me now? Okay. This is like a little preview of what Staghelm is going to do during the fight. That's a big, long stun. That's disappointing.
Very well. Witness the raw power of my new lord.
My new lord. Okay. So Staghelm is, again, like I feel like I'm apologizing a lot for this so far in the stream, but he is a druid, and he has two different kinds of forms. He will normally be in cat, and then at some point you can make him be cat, I believe, by spreading out the raid, or you can switch him to scorpion by grouping up all together. If there's more than like 15 people all together, he'll change it to scorpion. Unfortunately, as a solo player, he will only be a cat in this fight. I can't actually do anything to make him change to scorpion. It's not a timer, it's just based on how clumped up your raid is. So in cat form, he will... Let's go ahead and show you. Let's go ahead and start it. Hey, buddy. Oh, no! He pounces is what he does a lot, and... Shit, this is in the way. He has cat form. He is shapeshifted into a burning cat to deal with individual enemies. Keep that blood plague up. He will every once in a while pounce and increase his adrenaline, his energy regeneration. That increases by 20%, so that will let him get up higher and pounce more often. And he'll also summon in these spirits of the flame too. Every time he pounces, he'll summon in adds. And you can see his energy start to increase faster and faster and faster. So what you'd have to do here, and the scorpion form also had something pretty similar, which would, the same kind of mechanic where he would, every once in a while, he would increase his energy regeneration, do a special attack, and then over time just increase more and more energy regeneration and do crazy stuff. So the key here was to flip him between his forms as the fight goes on. Unfortunately, I can't do that as a solo player. There's no actual way for me to flip him off. I can flip him off, for sure. I can't flip him from cat to scorpion at all. There's no way for me to do it. So as a solo player, I just have to kind of get to the point where I have to have enough DPS to kill him as a cat before his damage gets so insane that I can't live through it. And he's actually getting there pretty quick. And also all the ads too. So I'm going to start taking this guy down. And I had never actually seen Scorpion, so it looks like he has spell blades, flame blades, which would hit a group and would split the damage between everybody in the group. So you'd have to be a little careful about letting him do that and be grouped up for that kind of stuff. And knowing when to switch, obviously, because once they switch, they lose all the stacks of this frenzy adrenaline thing. So you have to kind of get that off of them by flipping them between forms. I hate that too. So that's basically what his pattern is. Now he's just kind of filling up the whole place with fire. Because he's a fire dude. I might be able to look at the Scorpion model in the journal. Let's see. After I get done with this. Man, I do very little damage to this guy. Majordomo's had come, he is not crazy. Trying to keep my... Jeez Louise. That's a lot of fire. After this, somebody wants to know, the last thing here is Ragnaros. That will take me at least a little bit. We'll probably call it a day after that and save Dragon Soul for the next time. I might try to do. I might stream some with a break or something like that. We'll see. But I gotta take care of these pups, unfortunately. I should turn on music for this stuff. That's a lot of crap you gave me, buddy. What the hell was that thing? Concentration. Concentration would increase if you didn't get hit by anything, and as you gain concentration, you will be able to do a lot more damage. I want to say. Breastplate of Shifting Visions. But as a solo player, you never reach out any concentration. You never get any concentration at all, just because you damage and healing done increased by 100%. But since I'm constantly getting hit as a solo player, that never really comes into play. Still in combat for some reason. I think. I don't know why I'm still having this buff. I think he's dead. Should be dead. I don't think my... Did I disconnect or something? My runes aren't coming back either. I might have to disconnect for a second. Now these are respawning. Okay. So here's Ragnaros. He's got a whole new model, which looks pretty cool.
Insects, you dare trespass into my domain? Your arrogance will be purged in living flame.
It rhymes. Or it has assonance. Bye. Jeez Louise. Let's die quick. Some trash, and then here's Ragnaros. Ragnaros is pretty complicated to explain, I should say. I'm probably not going to get to every little bitty piece thing that he does. But on Heroic, he does have an extra thing at the end. This is going to be another one of those kind of complicated... Wait, is concentration for Ragnaros? I thought it was for Staghelm. I'm not sure why I still have it. My entire note for Ragnaros is Sulphurous Smash does high damage to anyone caught underneath it. Let me go ahead and take a look real quick and make sure I have some of this stuff. So basically, you don't want to get hit by his hammer. And he's going to have a bunch of faces here, like 4 or 5, I think. Let's go ahead and run up and see him. People in the chat will probably able to let you know a little bit more about what this guy is going to do, but here we go. I'll see if I can do some stuff. So the main important thing is that he summons in a lot of ads as this thing goes along. He does a lot of kind of damage to places on the ground. He'll just, it's like that kind of thing. He'll just summon those little things up below you as you run around and fight. And then, oh, he killed my pets. So no matter where you are, and I think the farther away you get, the more likely he is to do this kind of shit. If nobody's ever in melee range, he will start just absolutely blasting you. And every magma blast increases fire damage taken by 300%. That's actually really bad. I will not. Oh, fuck me. So you want to get away from the hammer, and the lava blast will actually knock you off the platform too if they hit you. And he's going to cast Sulphurous Smash here. Wait, that's not the one I'm thinking of. Magma Traps. These are fucking really dangerous. If you get knocked into one of these, you get thrown way up in the air, and it will almost always kill you with the falling damage. So that stuff is really, really bad. You do not want to be hit by that. You don't want to walk into it. The problem is it all starts to, all the ground effects start to bleed together. So here it comes. Splitting Blow. He's going to hit right here. You can see it. And as he does that, he'll summon all these little minions too. They're all going to run towards the goddamn hammer. And as they hit it, they'll do a raid-wide AoE damage to everybody in the raid. It doesn't do too much damage to me now, but I'm sure back in the day it was pretty fucking hard to avoid. So you'd have to have everybody... Luckily, he'll let you know where all those things are going to spawn. And you'd have to get over those really quick and kill those things before they hit the hammer. As you do more damage, they slow down, so it's not quite as terrible as it sounds. But it's still pretty fucking annoying. Yeah, so I guess somebody's saying you had to go in the magma traps because they just take up so much room. So over time, you had to have somebody with slow fall or something like that to take these out of the way. Because otherwise, I think they'll just fill up. They stick around forever, as far as I know. I think they would just fill up the entire. Oh fuck me, that's not good. Yeah, that sucks. Looks like you got to stay. You had to kind of know the world of the flames. Oh fuck me, god damn it. Everything's on fire is all I know. Basically is the long and short of what Ragnaros' plan is. Let's see if I can get through here. But so yeah, a lot of complicated stuff going on here. I haven't been attacking him, so he has phases based on his health meter, which is the important thing. And also little ads like this. I forget what these guys do. Shit. So, what I can do is just kind of do that. No, I did that way too early. So as they go in, they start casting this, that big AoE. And you can totally... I'm about to burst into blazing heat. That doesn't sound good. I don't know what that does. Causing blazing... Oh, right. Some of these guys will cast a debuff on you that causes you to trail fire, that then gives dots to anybody else who runs over it. So you'd have to run the fuck away and make sure you're not like doing what I'm doing here and dragging fire throughout the entire raid. But anyways, he's not that hard at this level because I have a huge amount of health and I can keep on... Oh, fuck me. I'm not actually sure what the pattern is here for World in Flames. It looks like you had to start way out and then try to run back in. Maybe zoom over it too, but that looks really complicated. Anyways, let's get down to the third phase here. Or the last phase, I should say. If I can get him below 10%, I want to say. Without actually killing him. Ow. Ow. Ow! Whoa, that was close. Fuck. Are you following me? Can I cast it? Can it? Nope. Shit. I can't cast poison on this fucking thing. Attacks will trigger combustion, knocking the living meteor back. Okay, that's good. That's really good. Do I have to like not? Oh, fuck me. Fuck. What do I got here? Everything. Oh, gosh. Damn it. I didn't have anything to actually lower my movement speed. Well, that's Cataclysm for you guys. No, I'll do that again. If I don't run around trying to explain everything, these fights are not super terrible. I want to get him down to 10% so I can show you the last. Somebody's talking about LFR in chat. Yeah, LFR, just jump into it as a DPS. Let's go ahead and do it. Tanking, as a tank, I feel much more anxiety about LFR because there's still stuff that I can fuck up and screw up everybody else and die. But as a DPS, you know, nobody in LFR is going to be looking at your actual damage output or anything like that. You can die and they'll kick you if you don't. I mean, you'll get kicked if you just don't do anything. But as long as you try a little bit and just find another DPS person and mostly just stick right next to them, move where they move and everything else. If they look like they know what they're doing. But yeah, LFR as a tank is much more anxiety-inducing. Until you do it once, You have to do it once to get the experience, but until you get the experience, you don't want to do it once. At least in my case, because I don't want to fuck anything up for everybody else. I read a lot and watch a lot of videos, but even so, it's still kind of tough to get the feeling of those fights until you actually do it. Okay, let's try that again. Traps!
Your judgment has come.
Where is it coming?
Denizens of flame, come.
Can I actually? I don't think I can. Oh, I can.
Finish this.
2-minute tips. That sounds good. I should try that out. Another smash already. So he does these smash thing, or splitting blows, I should say, when you get to his health to a certain level. It's kind of the major complicating factor in this shit. Cyan, don't touch me. Please don't touch me. Please don't touch me. I'm doing a really poor job of intercepting these dudes before they hit the thing, but whatever. You know what, guys? Eee. Do not touch that Magnum Flame. I'm trapped. Shit.
Eurus will be your end.
Oh shit! No! Don't attack him! No! 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 Fuck! Come on! You gonna do it? There we go. Okay. Ooh, man! I almost killed him. So on heroic, you can actually bring in Cenarius, Storm Rage, and Rune Totem, and he is going to be kind of he hides away, and then this animation here is pretty cool. Gains back a lot of health. I should have just killed him.
Heroes, he is bound. Finish him.
I finish this, your pathetic mortal world will burn with my vengeance.
Yeah, he's really powerful now. He has some new abilities. He gets this Empower Sulphurous. Attacks inflict 125,000 fire damage to all enemies. So that's bad. But the people over here are going to start casting stuff on the ground, which helps. I think you have to... So the thing is, you have to kind of trap them in these little traps. I think you got to drag him over here as a tank, and he is trapped for a bit, I want to say? No, I did that wrong. Anyways, oh shit, fuck me. There's a lot of crap on the ground here. Cloudburst. What does that do? Makes me go faster, I guess. Anyways, one of these things... Oh, did he get frozen? No, that's not. You do have to kind of make sure he doesn't hit anybody, so I think you had to taunt back and forth. Look at this fucking crap. Jesus. I'm just gonna try and start killing him. Sorry, buddy. You gotta go. You gotta go. I think this is the trap that can actually trap him. Let's see here now. Ooh, that hurts. Running right through fire. I guess somebody had to take the lead here and actually clear out some of the stuff because it looks like it's going away. Why don't you guys actually fucking fight? How about that? How about that? Yeah, buddy. Go ahead. Anyways, Ragnaros runs. You have to avoid as much of this crap as possible, I guess. There's a reason it's called heroic, I suppose. And this is a heroic mode only encounter, only on 25-man, so it's not even something you can see on normal or regular 25-man. Dread Flame, that doesn't sound good at all. None of this actually sounds really good. I think this kind of stuff that Cenarius is throwing down would heal me. No! Fuck! Oh my god. Shit, you gotta be kidding me. I'm gonna kill him on the way down. Gonna kill him on the way down. Gonna kill him on the way down. Nope, I'm not. Man. Awesome. Alright, one more time. I thought that was a helping item on the ground that somebody had thrown down there to help me. I did not realize that was a magma trap. I'm doing this one more time just because I've come this far and I want to kill this guy and get whatever loot he drops and see his death animation. I might just not even worry about that last phase again and just pop. I'm just gonna pop him down once he gets to 10%. I'm not gonna worry about that last phase. I don't think it affects the loot he drops at all. But hey, it's complicated. It looks really weird. That whole floor is full of fire. Some fire looks it's fiery. You know, I can't be blamed for it. I don't have the bird mount. I don't know what the bird mount is. What does this guy drop in 25 heroic anyways? Sulphurous, the extinguished hand. That looks pretty cool. A little smaller than what he's actually using though. Zoid's firelit greatsword. That looks purpley fire. I don't see any real mount here, unfortunately. Doggies go bark. Okay, here we go. You can pay your WoW subscription with in-game currency. It's a little more roundabout than that. I showed it a little bit earlier. You have to buy game tokens with gold from inside the game, but it is certainly doable. Ooh, shit! I hit that. I did not mean to. It's gonna run right through it.
I will finish this.
It's a lot quicker when we just kind of like run at him and blow him up. And actually remember I forgot I had this consumption ability, which seems like it does a lot of damage. I don't want blazing heat. Okay, I'm gonna let him actually get out this time. I don't think I actually did any magma traps. Hey, that's nice. Here come these guys. That's not a magma trap, is it? I sure hope not.
Fiend, your time is now.
This is a cool animation. They put a lot of work into this one little heroic phase in this fight, just in terms of getting him up and running around like a Shadow of the Colossus boss. But they usually do, and that's why LFR is a good thing. You know, before, oh, I guess you weren't able to see this stuff. But, oh, come on, buddy. That's a lot. Is he taking less damage? As long as you don't cast magma trap on me, that's all I ask.
No, this was to be my hour of triumph.
It is finished, then.
Perhaps.
Heroes,
Bloop.
the world owes you a great debt.
Ragnaros has perished. Primal powers here
innocence can never be vanquished. Another will rise to power someday.
I'm gonna loot his hammer.
Yes, Cenarius. We must maintain a constant vigil over this realm. But let us celebrate this day and the great victory we have earned here.
Yeah, I don't really record the VOD stuff. I don't record anything manually for this stuff. It usually winds up going on my YouTube channel just because it's the easiest way to do it. Where's the loot thing, buddy? Oh, there it is. So yeah, it's youtube.com/whatever/MRORIE. And you can find all these recordings there. I probably am about to call it a day because I got nothing new for that, and that pisses me off. I got some puppies that it sounds like they need to be taken care of. They've been ignoring them all day, and they've been looking at me very, very sad. So yeah, I think I'm going to call it a day today. Kill the chat. You can find this stuff up on my YouTube channel within moments, as far as I know. Please feel free to do that. Let's see what else I got here. I will. Oh, it's pretty cool. At one point, these would have been worth very, very large amounts of money. But no more! So next time I do this, I don't know when I'll do it. Maybe not over the break, but maybe early in January. We will definitely go to Dragon's Soul and do that whole thing. And maybe I'll take a little time and do some Legion stuff too, since it'll be like years before I can solo any of that stuff. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed. You find this on my YouTube channel, and I'll see you guys soon. Bye!